Thousands of years ago, monstrous beasts surged forth from the black abyss, overwhelming the world with chaos and destruction. Their invasion threatened the very existence of humankind. Just when all hope seemed lost, mysterious monuments appeared. These divine relics became humanity's last chance, offering a beacon of survival. The monuments granted people extraordinary powers through various classes, transforming ordinary individuals into warriors capable of resisting the otherworldly threat. With these powers, humanity launched a fierce resistance. Through countless battles and relentless growth, humans leveled up and pushed back the invaders. Eventually, they drove the beasts into the abyss once more and reclaimed their land from the brink of annihilation. To prepare future generations, cities began selecting talented high school students each year to awaken near the monuments. These students were humanity's next hope in the fight against the remaining abyssal threats. Despite the victories, the Black Abyss still seethes with dangerous creatures. The 53rd Awakening ceremony begins at the Linchin City Monument branch, where students from across the city gather beneath the towering stone to receive their fate. As the instructor announces the ceremony's start, he explains that the monument will assign each student a class based on their hidden talents. The instructor reminds the students that no matter what class they receive, combat or life, they are all expected to serve the country in the future. The responsibility of the nation's future now rests in their hands. After 18 years of study, it's finally their turn to awaken. Some dream of becoming warriors and joining the Union for an easy life and stable income. One student laughs, pointing out that becoming a warrior isn't easy. Their school has only a 50% success rate for students getting combat classes, making the dream a risky gamble. While most are eager and hopeful, others mock Lin Tianhao, who's still asleep. Known as a poor student with little potential, they joke that even a sewerage or beast-related class would be a miracle for him. Lin walks toward the ceremony platform, wondering what class he'll receive. Despite being ranked last in his school, he has finally made it to this crucial moment. A classmate jokingly asks what class he's aiming for. Tianhao responds that his dream is to awaken an S-level talent or a hidden class, drawing surprised reactions. The others burst into laughter, mocking his ambition. They remind him of his low ranking and doubt he'll even qualify for a basic life class, recalling his previous C-grade evaluation. As Lin stares at his stats low across all categories, he silently admits the truth. By the system's standards, he truly is seen as worthless. Despite being labeled as a failure, Lin Tianhao doesn't give up. With determination in his eyes, he wonders why he can't rise like a phoenix and defy everyone's expectations. He reminds himself that if time travel was possible, then miracles might be too. No matter how slim the chances, he still hopes to awaken with a powerful class. The ceremony continues as students from Class 2 of Linchin City's first school are called to the stage. The first name is announced. Wang Dong steps forward confidently, while Tianhao watches silently from behind. As Wang Dong steps forward, he glares back at Tianhao with disdain, vowing to prove himself by earning a class right in front of him. The instructor explains that the class awakening process takes about 5 seconds. Any discomfort is normal and students must remain calm during it. Wang Dong places his hand on the monument. Energy pulses outward as golden light spirals around him. Bathed in radiant light, Wang Dong's awakening succeeds. He feels the power of the holy light surging through him as his class is confirmed. Wang Dong's awakening is successful, and he roars with pride upon receiving the warrior class. His talent is rated at C level, but he's still overjoyed. Though the talent level isn't high, C rank is still considered decent among ordinary people. He's advised to report to the city's Union Center to begin training for his new role. Wang Dong thanks the officials as he accepts his assignment. Watching from the crowd, several girls cheer for Wang Dong, impressed by his class. They flirt and express envy, calling his warrior path stable and admirable. Wang Dong proudly shows off his newly received class, basking in attention from nearby girls. He mocks Lin Tianhao, pretending not to notice him until now. Wang Dong continues insulting Tianhao, calling him a loser in front of everyone. Tianhao remains calm but reflects on how Wang Dong has always picked on him, and now, as a warrior, it might only get worse. Wang's lackeys corner Tianhao, blaming him for bumping into their big brother, and demanding he apologize. They question his cold demeanor and try to provoke him further. As they laugh and mock, Wang Dong decides to spare Tianhao just for today. Meanwhile, Tianhao silently thinks if a bully like Wang Dong became a warrior, what could fate have in store for him? As Lin Tianhao walks toward the platform, others whisper and mock him, calling him the loser of the class. They compare him to Wang Dong and scoff at the idea of him getting a decent class. The announcer calls his name for the awakening. Tianhao steps forward and raises his hand, calmly responding while the crowd watches with curiosity. He approaches the monument, his mind filled with silent hopes. He tells himself that any class will do as long as it's something that gives him a chance. Whether it's combat, mage, or even a support class, Tianhao is ready to accept whatever comes. All he wants is a chance to prove himself. Lin Tianhao whispers a single desperate word, please. He steps forward and places his hand on the monument. Lightning begins to spark from the surface as energy flows toward him. A surge of power erupts at the point of contact. In an instant, a massive burst of light explodes from the monument. Engulfing Tianhao's blinding energy, his awakening has begun. As the golden light engulfs him, Tianhao stares in disbelief. He wonders if this brightness signals the moment his life finally begins to change. The sudden surge of energy shocks the observers. Even the staff begins to panic slightly, realizing something unusual is happening before their eyes. One of the announcers steps forward. She tells Tianhao that fate has spoken, and now his class is about to be revealed. The result appears: Tianhao has awakened as a summoner. The crowd bursts into laughter. They mock him, calling it the most useless class due to its expensive cost and weak returns. Some say it's even worse than getting a life class. Suddenly, a notification chimes. A voice announces that the host's awakening has been detected, revealing a hidden element tied to his class. A system interface appears, Abyss Lord System. It explains that by binding with the Abyss Lord, Tianhao can randomly awaken an SSS level Abyss talent every 10 levels. Tianhao stands stunned as the system interface fades. He questions the reality of it all. Did he just receive a system capable of granting SSS level talents? He does the math in his head. 1 SSS level talent every 10 levels. That means 10 total by level 100. The potential is overwhelming. As part of the ceremony, the staff hands him a card used for registration and monitoring. The instructor announces that Tianhao will now begin SSS level talent extraction, a term that leaves him wide-eyed with disbelief. Tianhao receives a system message. Congratulations, you've obtained the SSS level talent, Demon Sacrifice. His eyes widen with shock. The system explains this ability allows him to sacrifice part of his maximum HP permanently to instantly level up and demonize his summons with power from hell. Tianhao processes the cost. Losing HP permanently sounds risky, but the idea of strengthening his summons quickly is tempting. He reassures himself. As a summoner, he won't be fighting directly. If his summons are strong enough, and with future equipment to boost HP, the trade-off is worth it. The system states that sacrificing 100 GP raises a summon by 1 level. With 1000 GP total, Tianhao plans to use 900, keeping just enough for survival. He realizes this allows him to instantly boost his summon to level 9. The potential is thrilling, but he knows he must use it cautiously. The teacher encourages him not to feel discouraged, reminding him that there are other paths even if a class seems weak. Tianhao thanks her with confidence, expressing his belief that he can still make a difference. Though her smile is supportive, she quietly doubts his chances. As the ceremony ends, students around Tianhao continue mocking him. They say being a summoner is pointless, and he should just give up. He walks through the crowd silently, absorbing their ridicule. But deep inside, he makes a vow to rise above them all as a summoner who stands at the top of the world. Later that day, Tianhao returns home. His younger sister rushes to greet him, eager to know what class he awakened. He replies summoner. Tianhao's sister hesitates, asking if the class he received is the one widely known as useless. He simply replies, yes. Trying to lift his spirits, she reassures him that next year, when she awakens her own class, she'll become a powerful mage and protect him instead. Tianhao listens quietly, gazing at her with soft eyes. Tianhao playfully messes with his sister, telling her not to worry, he's a strong summoner now. All she needs to do is focus on keeping herself safe. She pouts and complains that he's bullying her again. As Tianhao leaves the room, she shouts that he always treats her like a kid. Just then, Tianhao receives a notification on his phone. It's a message summoning students with new combat classes to attend a gathering. But instead of overthinking it, he decides to deal with it later. The class instructor announces the results. 5 students received combat classes, 8 became mages, 11 turned into support types, and only 1, Lin Tianhao, became a summoner. Wang Dong and his friend mock Tianhao once again, calling him a hopeless loser. They laugh, claiming his life is already over just because of his class. Later, the teacher acknowledges that Tianhao's situation is unique. He offers him a special book for summoners that might help guide him. As he hands over the book, the teacher reassures Tianhao that he can come to him if he faces any trouble. Tianhao looks at the thick layer of dust on the summoner guidebook and laughs awkwardly. The teacher explaining that the school needs to collect data on their classes. He pleads with them not to embarrass him in front of the others. Outside, a testing ground is set up. Students from different classes begin arriving for evaluation. The instructor announces the beginning of the class talent test. One of the students excitedly volunteers to go first for the class talent test, stepping up with confidence and a wooden staff. He strikes with full force, scoring 73 points. The instructor praises his result, calling it a solid start, and encourages him to keep improving. Next up is Wang Dong. With a powerful swing, he smashes the target and lights up the score with an impressive 89 points. The teacher commends Wang Dong, suggesting he might be the top of the class. Tianhao is called up next, stepping forward with determination. He stares at the summoning device and recalls some basic techniques from the dusty book his teacher gave him, though he's never tested them before. Realizing he has no other choice, Tianhao decides to give it his best shot and attempts to summon using the incantation. He begins chanting the summoning spell from the book. Tianhao stands firm as energy swirls violently around him. The powerful aura surprises everyone. The teacher recognizes the stance and becomes alarmed, while the others back away in shock. As the energy surges higher, students wonder what Tianhao is summoning. To everyone's disbelief, a small cute blue slime pops out with a cheerful cry, leaving the crowd stunned. Tianhao stares blankly at the slime he just summoned. The crowd erupts in laughter. They mock him, saying a cute little slime won't survive a fight, let alone kill monsters. Still stunned, Tianhao questions if this harmless-looking creature is truly what he summoned. The slime status is revealed. Level 1, 500 GP, 9 attack power, with basic skills like corrosive slime and slime spit. It has no equipment. Tianhao is frustrated seeing his slime only has 9 attack power, barely enough to be taken seriously. Suddenly, the teacher tells everyone to check the talent scoreboard. The displayed result confirms it's just 9 points. The teacher awkwardly announces it while others react in disbelief. Despite the humiliation, the teacher tries to comfort Tianhao, saying 9 points is better than nothing, but the crowd around them bursts into mocking laughter. Tianhao asks the teacher for another chance. This time, he's determined to show his true power. He prepares to use his secret ability, an SSS level skill called Demon Sacrifice, targeting his slime for enhancement. A system prompt appears, offer Demon Sacrifice. Without hesitation, he selects yes, deciding to use 200 GP to boost it. Meanwhile, the crowd mocks him, thinking another attempt is useless. Tianhao's HP drops from 1000 to 800 as he activates Demon Sacrifice. A red aura surges around the slime, shocking everyone. The slime writhes in pain as dark energy engulfs it. Its body begins to mutate under the power of the sacrifice. The crowd stares in disbelief. Even the arrogant warrior from earlier is stunned by the transformation happening before them. With a violent burst of energy, the slime's body erupts, signaling a monstrous evolution no one expected. Tianhao stares at the transformed creature in disbelief. His weak slime has become a terrifying, blood-red demonized slime. Its new stats reveal a massive boost, level 3, HP 1200, and an attack power soaring up to 120. New skills include Demonic Dance. Tianhao orders, attack. The demonized slime lunges forward at lightning speed. The ground erupts as the slime slams into the target with devastating power. The demonized slime crashes into the target with explosive force, sending shockwaves across the arena. The score display lights up 120 points. The crowd stares in stunned silence before gasping in disbelief. Tianhao stands calmly as the number flashes behind him. The crowd erupts in shock. He just outscored everyone. Whispers spread, "No way, he scored more than Big Brother Dong?" Even the instructor can't hide his amazement. Dong grits his teeth in disbelief. He refuses to accept that Lin Tianhao scored higher than him. He recalls a legendary person who only scored 101, yet Lin just got 120. Accusations begin. He must have cheated. A student questions how Tianhao went from 9 to 120 so suddenly. Tianhao thinks to himself, yes, he tampered, but only through his skill, not the machine. The teacher listens to the crowd and admits their logic seems valid, casting doubt on Tianhao. Tianhao steps forward, defending himself. "Teacher, I didn't cheat." He walks with the teacher toward the test machine, slime by his side. The teacher stares at the machine, deep in thought. The teacher boldly declares that Lin Tianhao didn't cheat, it was a machine malfunction. Wang Dong scoffs to himself, convinced Tianhao couldn't have surpassed him legitimately. Another student demands Tianhao's score be dismissed. The crowd insists the first 9-point result is what counts. The teacher states Tianhao's results are invalid due to machine damage and that he'll retest, shocking Tianhao, who wonders why he's getting another chance. Students protest, accusing the teacher of favoritism and insisting Lin Tianhao's 9-point score should be final. The teacher silences the crowd, announcing that due to the machine's malfunction, the testing will be postponed for remaining students including Tianhao. Wang Dong confronts Tianhao directly, taunting him that he'll always be trash and can't just become strong out of nowhere, then snarls, "Dream on!" Wang Dong arrogantly brushes Lin Tianhao off, rallying his group to head for the first level of the Black Abyss. Lin Tianhao recalls the Black Abyss as a beginner's dungeon perfect for testing out his demon slime's power. As the group confidently walks off, meanwhile, staff inspect the testing machine, wondering if it had been damaged by a student during the chaos. A technician inspects the testing machine and wonders if the powerful external force came from a new genius student. Lin Tianhao exits the area and encounters an old man at the school gates. The man suddenly praises him, saying he has great potential to become a summoner. Confused, Lin Tianhao finds her words oddly familiar but responds politely. He offers Lin Tianhao a top-tier summoner staff for 300 gold coins. Shocked, Lin complains it's just a stick and accuses her of robbing him. He insists it's a special offer only for him, claiming she'd never sell it even for 3,000 to someone else. Curious, Lin holds the staff and is surprised he can feel a strong power radiating from it. Lin Tianhao decides to buy the staff, thinking summoner gear is rare and worth it. The old man insists the price is 300 gold coins. Shocked, Lin realizes he only has 92 coins and panics. He nervously asks for a discount, offering all he has 92 coins. The man accepts the 92 coins as a deposit, claiming it's fate. He tells Lin Tianhao to retrieve a treasure from the Black Abyss if he wants the staff. Frustrated, Lin wonders if he just got an NPC-style side quest. He receives a paper slip and is told he'll understand everything once he reaches the maze's deepest part. The man insists Lin Tianhao place his handprint on the IU, pushing him to finalize the deal. With no way out, he reluctantly stamps the paper, sealing the agreement. The man cheerfully reminds him of the terms, while Lin stands blankly in silent regret. As he walks away gloomily, someone approaches and calls out to the old lady, referring to her as Elder Fang. A teacher explains the test has been terminated due to machine failure and asks Elder Fang if she knows Lin Tianhao. Elder Fang confirms he's from her class and expresses concern over his summoner class, predicting a tough road ahead. With a smile, she repeats that the journey for him will be very difficult. Meanwhile, Lin Tianhao arrives at the entrance of the Cold Valley Abyss, at the towering gateway, and confirms it's the entrance to the first level of the Black Abyss. He learns it's called the Cold Valley Abyss and requires a team of 3-5 people with level restrictions. He realizes he can't enter alone. He checks the Cold Valley Abyss clearance ranking list on the screen. The top rank belongs to Fang Changyun, and the system states that top rankers receive valuable rewards each month. Lin Tianhao reads the reward details. First place earns a gold newbie breastplate with 30% armor and a 120 GP boost, a great item for beginners. He realizes the HP boost matches his own limit, pushing him to aim for first place on the list. A group mocks him for scoring only 9 points and questions his presence at the dungeon entrance. Recognizing the group, Lin Tianhao frowns and mutters, "Them again?" The group mocks Lin Tianhao, questioning why a summoner would even come to the Black Abyss and telling him to go home. Lin Tianhao shuts them down, saying it's none of their business. They taunt him again, reminding him that entry requires a team of 3. Loudly, they promote themselves to nearby players, trying to form a party with their C-level warrior and 2 E-level mages. Spectators get excited after hearing there's a C-level warrior. They believe they're safe now. A crowd rushes in to join the party, shouting over each other. Fire mages and priests offer their cold resistance buffs to get picked. The C-rank warrior arrogantly selects members from the crowd. His allies praise him loudly, calling him unmatched and declaring they'll aim for first place in this run. Another group hears about the ranking challenge and eagerly prepares to compete. Multiple teams begin entering the Black Abyss portal. Suddenly, bones and a skull come flying out of the portal, shocking everyone nearby. The crowd freezes in fear, realizing someone just died inside, and it could have been them. The man warns his teammates that falling behind will lead to death, scaring the weaker members into silence. With an excitement, the group charges toward the portal to enter the Black Abyss. Lin Tianhao watches silently as the team steps into the dangerous rift ahead of him. Lin Tianhao calmly notes that 2 of them are likely walking to their deaths. Lin Tianhao acknowledges that while the dead can be resurrected, it's extremely costly, so survival is the smarter strategy. His identity is revealed. Lin Tianhao, a level 1 summoner with Rare's level talent. Some players notice his S rank and suggest teaming up only to instantly dismiss him after realizing he's a summoner. Despite his high potential, everyone around avoids him, viewing him as a weak link not worth teaming with. Lin Tianhao scans the crowd and notices a quiet girl holding a harp. Her name is Lai Zhu, a level 1 bard with E-rank talent, unfortunately, not high enough to provide meaningful buffs. Lin observes her condition and realizes she's likely been waiting for a team for days, just like him. Despite her low stats, he steps forward and politely asks her if she wants to team up. Lai Zhu is surprised to learn Lin is an S-level summoner and hesitates when he asks her to join him. He smiles and extends his hand, explaining that no one else wants to team up with a summoner. Though unsure, Lai Zhu can't resist the offer and agrees, thinking it'd be a waste to reject such a good-looking teammate. They officially form a team. Lin introduces himself, and Lai Zhu shyly responds, sealing their partnership with a handshake. Lin assures Lai Zhu that he'll handle all the monster fighting, asking her only to focus on protecting herself. She blushes and swoons at his kindness, quickly agreeing to do her best not to be a burden. They now search for one more member to complete their team. Nearby adventurers notice Lai Zhu and rush over, hoping to join just to be near her, calling her goddess. Su Kinger, the school belle and a powerful druid with a rank talent, arrives and instantly draws everyone's attention. Lin Tianhao recognizes her from school and seems surprised to see her here. Su Kinger recognizes Lin Tianhao too, recalling his reputation as a loser, and is shocked he ended up in the summoner class. She hesitates to team up with him, worried that being associated with a trash class summoner might hurt her image, while Lin is left confused. She suddenly declares she wants to join Lin Tianhao's team, catching everyone off guard with her charm. Lin, stunned, confirms if she really means him, while the surrounding crowd erupts in jealousy and disbelief. She confirms it's him and holds his hands, shocking everyone further with how boldly she aligns herself with a summoner. The crowd explodes in rage, wondering why the school goddess would join someone they all see as weak. She reveals her motive: she needs 2 accessories to compete for rankings. If she can take them to first place, others will stop looking down on her. Lin and Lai Zhu are stunned as Su Kinger refers to them as accessories, leaving them speechless and slightly offended. She calls out impatiently, telling them to hurry up and follow her into the Black Abyss. Lin realizes their party now consists of 2 women and himself, questioning if it's really just the 3 of them. She states bluntly that no one else is worth adding. If there's danger, they should retreat and leave it to her. Lai Zhu nervously agrees. The group steps into the cold valley abyss. Su Kinger and Lin both feel the chill, realizing even their warm clothes are no help in this dungeon. Lin notes that the cold is much harsher than expected, and their preparations are useless in this environment. Lai Zhu revealing she knows a basic cold resistance buff that could help them endure the harsh temperature. Lai Zhu activates her cold resistance buff by playing her harp, surrounding the team in a warm golden aura. Su Qinger, feeling its effect, acknowledges her usefulness, and Lin looks pleased. With the buff active, the team begins moving deeper into the cold valley abyss. Unbeknownst to them, something with glowing red eyes watches silently from the shadows of the forest. Lin Tianhao narrows his eyes as a corrupted black wolf appears, its details displayed: 400 GP, plague skill, and twisted form. The monster steps into view, and Lin confirms it's a low-level cold valley abyss creature, corrupted wandering wolf. Su Qinger's eyes light up with excitement. She declares it's the perfect time to test her skills. With a crackle of lightning, she activates her power. She activates her beast form Civet Cat, transforming with glowing blue energy. Lin Tianhao watches in shock, recognizing it as a half-beast form, possibly linked to the druid class. She dashes forward with incredible speed, energy trailing behind her. With claws drawn, she lunges straight at the corrupted wolf. She slashes through the corrupted wolf with a powerful claw strike, inflicting heavy, scaling damage. Blood numbers show escalating impact. Lin Tianhao notes her attacks have a bleeding effect, while Lai Zhu is amazed by Qinger's strength. A reward window appears. Wolf skins and fangs can be sold for gold. Su Qinger thanks the bard for her cold resistance buff by offering the loot, saying she doesn't like owing favors. Lai Zhu declines the gift, saying there's no need, visibly flustered by the gesture. After defeating the previous wolf, the group moves forward. Lin Tianhao glances back quietly, while the bard and Su Qinger sit on the fallen wolf's corpse. Up ahead, several more corrupted wolves appear. Su Qinger dashes forward in her beast form, ready to strike first. In a flurry of glowing slashes, she slices through the pack with lightning precision. She is slightly wounded after taking on 3 wolves at once. She silently pushes herself, thinking she must win first place no matter what. Lai Zhu notices her injury and offers to cast a low-level healing spell, concerned about her condition. But Su Qinger dismisses it, saying her spell wouldn't help much and she should conserve mana. Instead of accepting healing magic, Su Qinger pulls out a potion and breaks the seal with a snap. She drinks the glowing green potion, immediately surrounded by a soft aura of healing energy as her wounds begin to mend. Lin Tianhao gives a reassuring smile to Lai Zhu. They continue advancing through the cold valley. She senses something and looks up. Suddenly, a glowing purple magic circle appears. Su Qinger immediately senses danger and curses under her breath. A massive shadow falls from the sky with crushing force. The impact slams into the ground with brutal intensity, sending Su Qinger flying backward as the others brace themselves. It's a level 4 corrupted zombie, born from the remains of undead wolves. Su Qinger panics as she realizes she's facing an elite monster, something she wasn't prepared for. Lai Zhu trembles, recognizing the threat. She's stunned that a hidden elite has appeared in this area, while Lin Tianhao suspects it's a result of Su Qinger killing too many corrupted wolves. The elite zombie charges with immense speed and power, catching Su Qinger off guard. She tries to react but is overwhelmed by its speed. The monster smashes the ground, unleashing a shockwave that disrupts the terrain and sends ice shards flying. Su Qinger is knocked unconscious, badly injured, and unable to move after the elite zombie's powerful strike. Lai Zhu panics and pleads with Lin Tianhao, desperate to save her fallen teammate as the zombie raises its weapon again. The zombie prepares to deliver the final blow. Lin Tianhao finally takes action, clenching his fist and summoning his combat unit with a fierce command: "Summon, Demon Slime." A surge of red slime bursts from the ground as Lin Tianhao completes the summon. His partner, the Demon Slime, emerges with a fierce grin. The system reveals its stats: level 3, with 1/200 GP and deadly skills like Corrosive Slime and Demonic Dance. Lin Tianhao immediately orders the slime to unleash the skill Demonic Dance. In an instant, the skill unleashes a blazing red arc that violently strikes the elite zombie. The elite zombie swings its massive hammer downward, smashing into the ground with explosive force only to miss its target completely. It looks up, startled. Its attack hit nothing but stone. Lin Tianhao mocks, suggesting they should have checked more carefully to see if their attack actually landed. Seeing Su Qinger severely injured, Lin Tianhao calmly instructs Lai Zhu to take her to the treatment zone, assuring her that he'll handle the elite zombie himself. Lai Zhu nods and carries Su away. The corrupted elite zombie lets out a furious roar, charging forward with its massive hammer raised. Unbothered, Lin Tianhao telling the slime to unleash its slime spit attack. His demon slime grins menacingly, ready to launch the attack. The demon slime launches forward from behind Lin Tianhao, splashing down with a terrifying presence. Its body bubbles and morphs, multiplying into a swarm of slime projectiles with a wicked grin. The elite zombie charges, but the slime attacks first, intercepting its path with relentless speed. Red slime pierces the zombie's body from all directions, landing a direct and overwhelming blow. Lin Tianhao commands the slime to unleash Dance of the Demon. The zombie's body starts reacting violently to the slime's corrosive impact. Despite the attack landing, Lin observes they're only doing half the damage due to the zombie's high defense and starts considering alternatives. The zombie screeches in pain as the slime begins to erode its body from the inside, revealing the effectiveness of the corrosive ability. Lin suddenly understands the crucial detail: the slime has the ability to melt the enemy's body. The zombie swings its giant hammer at the slime. He decides on a new tactic. If brute force isn't enough, he'll exploit a weak point. Lin narrows his focus. He quickly instructs the slime to combine Dance of the Demon with its strong corrosive slime. The slime launches with precision, striking the zombie's leg. The slime's corrosive attack strikes the zombie's ankle with precision, burning through its flesh. The zombie roars in agony, its eyes wide in shock as the slime's effect spreads rapidly. Unable to keep balance, the corrupted elite crashes to the ground, defeated. Meanwhile, Lai Zhu plays her harp, casting a healing spell on Su Qinger, who begins to recover. Su Qinger lies unconscious, barely stable despite the healing. Lin stands firm beside the slime, amazed by the success of their attack, yet he knows it's not over. He realizing the zombie's lower body is more vulnerable than the upper half. Without hesitation, he commands the slime to strike again, this time targeting the weakened lower body with full force. The demon slime continues its relentless attack, wrapping around the zombie's lower body with corrosive force. The elite zombie struggles, but its lower half is overwhelmed, melted down by the slime's acid. Its weapon dissolves along with its body as the slime finishes the job. A system notification appears. The zombie is slain, awarding exp and loot corpse hammer, wolf hides, and fangs. A system message announces Lin level up from level 1 to level 2. He wonders if the huge exp gain was due to defeating a high-level monster. The girls are stunned. Lai Zhu thinks aloud, amazed by how powerful summoners must be. But Su Qinger corrects her. It's not all summoners, it's Lin Tianhao who's strong. She recognizing that Lin's ability to defeat an elite monster alone proves his intellect and decision-making are fearsome. Lin approaches Su Qinger, checking on her with concern. Lin supports Su Qinger and calmly says it's just a minor injury, not worth worrying about. Lai Zhu admits her healing chant is too slow and suggests taking a break. Su Qinger suddenly refuses, insisting they can't rest while competing for the top spot on the leaderboard. Despite her injury, Su Qinger stands up, declaring she can still fight. Lin watches her with quiet admiration. Lin supports Su Qinger and reminds her that risking her life for the leaderboard is foolish. She finally agrees to rest. He checks the map and finds a nearby cave where they can take shelter for the night. As night falls, the group arrives at the cave. Inside, Su Qinger and the healer girl prepare to sleep while Lin volunteers to keep watch outside. Lai Zhu pulls the blanket over herself, whispering that she's exhausted from overusing her magic and needs to rest. Su Qinger sighs, watching as Lai Zhu falls asleep almost instantly. Lin Tianhao leans against the wall silently. Su Qinger, slightly amused, mutters that she fell asleep way too fast. Lin Tianhao looks at Su Qinger and tells her to rest too, saying he'll check outside. Just as Lin Tianhao starts to leave, Su Qinger suddenly calls out to him. With a slight blush, she thanks him for saving her earlier. Su Qinger suddenly blushes and snaps at Lin Tianhao, saying it's not like she's the type to forget a favor. Lin just stands there, slightly confused by her reaction. Embarrassed, Su Qinger quickly hides under her blanket and mutters that she's going to sleep, asking him to just forget what she said. Standing near the fire, Lin Tianhao chuckles to himself, thinking that despite her sharp tongue, Su King is sincere at heart. Lying quietly, Su King peeks from under the blanket. While walking through the icy cave, Lin Tianhao mutters to himself that he leveled up to level 3 after the last battle. He decides to check his updated stats. Reading the stats screen, Lin Tianhao grins as he notices all his attributes have increased. He's especially impressed by the new skill, Fully Armed, which boosts the summoned creature's stats significantly. As he activates the new skill, a magical glow surrounds him. He admires the effect, noting that it's basically an amplification buff. Seeing that his HP is now 1200, he calculates that he can level up his demon slime to level 4. However, he realizes that if he wants to raise his HP cap even higher, he'll need a different approach. Lin Tianhao taps the screen and selects the option to offer 400 GP, commanding Convert. The demon slime glows and transforms as its level rises. Its stats increase, and new skills are unlocked. Looking at the results, Lin Tianhao notes that the slime's overall stats have improved and it gained a new skill. Curious, he taps another screen and wonders aloud whether the new split clone differs at all from the slime's original form. Lin Tianhao grins confidently at the demon slime, encouraging it to try out its newly acquired skill. With a loud thud, the ground cracks as the slime begins its transformation. Energy surges through its body, building up pressure. A massive spike shoots up from the slime's body, shaking the ground beneath it while Lin Tianhao observes closely. Pointing ahead, Lin Tianhao commands with authority. Demon Slime, use the skill Split. The demon slime activates Split, glowing intensely as a second form begins to emerge from its body. Lin Tianhao narrows his eyes, closely observing the transformation. The stat screen confirms that HP is halved, agility has gone up, and defense has dropped. Two demon slimes now stand beside him, grinning with power. With his arms crossed, Lin Tianhao admits he's unsure how long the effect will last, all while closely monitoring the stats. A timer suddenly appears above the demon slime, displaying 3 o'clock. Lin Tianhao stares at it in disbelief, surprised that they only have 3 minutes. He wonders what kind of damage it could possibly inflict in just 3 minutes. Suddenly, something unexpected happens. Lin dashes toward the cave, shouting in frustration that the others are in danger. Inside the cave, a dark monster shadow with glowing red eyes towers over Su King and Lai Zhu. Lin Tianhao quickly gives the command for the demon slime to use its slime spit attack. The demon slime launches a piercing attack toward the beast. The attack hits, but only deals minor damage, just 25 points. Lin stares in disbelief, shocked at how little damage the attack actually caused. A stat window reveals the terrifying details. It's a level 8 monster with high agility and decent attack. It's identified as a humanoid snow rabbit from the deep ice abyss. Su King and Lai Zhu begin to tremble as they grasp the overwhelming difference in power. Su King panics, realizing they're facing a level 8 beast, while Lai Zhu points out that a 6-level gap leaves them with no chance of victory. The snow beast releases a feral roar. It lunges at Lin Tianhao and the demon slime. Su King panics, warning Lin Tianhao to be careful as she watches the monster approach rapidly. Despite the pressure, Lin Tianhao stays calm, brushing off the threat as if the beast is nothing serious. The demon slime launches multiple projectiles with a furious burst of energy. The snow beast charges forward at full speed. The two forces collide. Slime projectiles explode all around, while the beast pushes through with sheer power. Some of the slime attacks miss, splattering against the cave wall with no effect. The demon slime braces itself as the snow beast charges in with a heavy punch. One of the slime's attacks manages to hit the beast mid-air, but it barely slows the monster down. The snow beast closes in at blinding speed, its fist already swinging toward the target. The demon slime's eyes widen in fear as the powerful blow connects, sending shockwaves through the air. The cave lights up as multiple beams from the slime's attack strike the snow beast, dealing damage but not enough to slow it down. Lin Tianhao calls for the slime to fall back and orders it to switch tactics using its special skills. The slime launches a follow-up move, spreading red energy across the ground as the beast charges in again. The beast effortlessly evades the attack. Lin mutters to himself, frustrated by how agile the creature is. They're shocked at how fast the enemy moves and wonder what kind of creature it is. Su King on Lai Zhu. Its glowing red eyes lock onto her. Lai Zhu freezes in shock. Terrified, she tries to run but trips and falls. The beast towers over her, closing in fast. In a desperate attempt to stop it, she throws a carrot and yells at the beast to stay back. The beast sniffs the carrot, then unexpectedly turns into a small, harmless bunny happily munching on the treat as everyone stares in disbelief. Everyone is stunned to realize the snow beast wasn't attacking, it was just hungry. Su King and Lin Tianhao turn to Lai Zhu, shocked that she had carrots with her. She shyly admits she brought them as supplies. The rabbit starts approaching again, its red eyes glowing as it locks onto the group once more. Lai Zhu panics and throws more carrots to distract it, hoping to buy time. Lin Tianhao, now serious, decides they need to finish the fight. Food is running low, and this is their best chance to strike. Lin Tianhao quickly shouts for Lai Zhu to toss her bag to Su King so they can distract the rabbit again. Su King is caught off guard as Lai Zhu throws the bag toward her, urging her to catch it. Su King reaches out and barely manages to grab the bag. Just then, the rabbit locks eyes on her, reacting to the bag in her hands and slowly starting to approach. Su King, now transformed and powered up, urgently asks if Lin Tianhao has a plan to handle the beast. The snow rabbit beast charges forward again with full force as Su King prepares to engage. Lin Tianhao calmly faces the monster, assuring them that he knows exactly what to do. With a determined glare, he declares his intent: he's going to end it by taking the beast down himself. The snow beast lunges at full speed, its roar shaking the ground as it charges with deadly intent. Su King intercepts it mid-air but is shocked by the beast's incredible speed and strength. Struggling to hold her ground, she urgently calls out to Lin Tianhao. Lin Tianhao quickly points to a spot and orders her to lead the beast over there, clearly part of a trap he's set up. Su King quickly realizes Lin Tianhao's plan and nods with confidence. She makes a powerful leap. The snow beast roars and charges right after her. Su King runs toward the cliffside, luring the beast exactly where Lin Tianhao directed. The snow beast slams its fist down, triggering the hidden collapse point in the cliffside. Rocks begin to fall, catching the beast off guard just as it looks up in shock. Lin Tianhao steps in and calls for Demon Slime to finish the attack, now that the opening has been created. Demon Slime strikes first, its red spike piercing into the snow beast's body. The attack continues as multiple slime projectiles hammer the beast, forcing it back and drawing blood. Lin Tianhao smirks, calling out for Demon Slime to activate both Split and Slime Spit in sync. This was his plan all along. The snow beast crashes hard to the ground, blood spreading beneath it as the ambush leaves it overwhelmed. As it turns around, the beast is stunned by the Demon Slime's menacing glare, frozen in fear. Demon Slime unleashes a finishing barrage. Damage numbers stack up rapidly as its red attacks hit non-stop. Lin Tianhao receives the system message: the giant snow rabbit has been slain, earning them plus 200 exp. He calmly mutters, realizing how powerful this strategy was. Lin Tianhao reflects on the battle while holding red slime residue. Even though the rabbit was only level 8, the fight had pushed him to his limit. He analyzes the flaw: the demon slime's skills are strong in group battles, but too weak for a single target. He realizes he'll need a different approach if this happens again. Su Kinger breathes a sigh of relief, overwhelmed that they survived. She complains that Lin used her as bait. He laughs and admits it proudly, saying she was the only one fast enough to dodge the rabbit. Kinger flushes with embarrassment. Su Kinger furiously blames Lai Zhu for bringing carrots to a deadly dungeon. Lai Zhu explains shyly that she only meant to bring food. Lin Tianhao notices the carrots and pauses them. An idea is forming. Tianhao reflects that defeating the snow rabbit gave the most exp so far, making it the best target for fast leveling. He explains to the team that to survive and beat the dungeon boss, they need to reach level 4 quickly, and luring the rabbit again using carrots is their best shot. After gaining XP, the group checks their levels. 2 are at level 2, and Lin Tianhao is level 3. To reach level 4, they'll need to defeat 5 more snow rabbits. Lai Zhu worried that they barely managed to survive one rabbit, so repeating the strategy sounds risky. But Lin Tianhao assures them with confidence: last time, they were the prey. This time they'll be the hunters. Su Kinger agrees, saying this approach is faster for ranking up. With the team on board, they prepare to plan their next move. The team places a carrot on the ground near the cave entrance bait to lure another snow rabbit. Soon, the rabbit notices the carrot and slowly approaches, falling right into their trap. The trio remains hidden, observing carefully. When the rabbit finally takes the bait, they quietly celebrate their plan working. With glowing eyes full of determination, the whole team leaps out from hiding to ambush the rabbit all at once. 3 hours later, the entire team levels up. Lin Tianhao reaches level 5, while the girls reach level 4. He checks the system timer. Only 5 hours have passed in the Cold Valley Abyss. Lai Zhu excitedly notes how quickly they've progressed. Compared to the top-ranked player Fang Chengyan, who cleared it in 8 hours, they're ahead. Su Qinger smirks, reminding her that beating the record won't be that easy. The boss won't just sit there and die. Lin Tianhao explains that the boss is a zombie leader commanding undead wolves. It's not complex, but it will be a drawn-out battle. Based on their current strength, it would take around 2 hours. Lai Zhu, confused, asks what their next move is. Lin Tianhao insists they need to rest and prepare first. He suggests a half-hour break to recover. As they rest, Lin checks his system. His talent skill Demon Sacrifice activates, reducing his HP from 1100 to 800, likely as a cost for increased power. He reflects that the HP gained per level is decreasing. He realizes he'll need a new strategy once he escapes this place. His Demon Slime levels up to 9. Although its stats slightly increase HP, attack, agility, and defense, there are no new skills. He quietly hopes the upcoming boss fight won't be too difficult, concerned about their current strength. Suddenly, a loud bam echoes through the cave. Everyone freezes in place, stunned. Lin Tianhao, Lai Zhu, and Su Qinger all react at once. The group rushes toward the source of the disturbance outside the cave. A unicorn appears in the sky, casting a dazzling light across the landscape. Lin Tianhao looks up. He tries to comprehend what he's seen. A system window appears. It's the Cold Valley Abyss's hidden boss, a level 10 unicorn with powerful stats and rare skills like Purifying Song and Dropping Meteor. It's a noble beast said to purge corruption from its territory. Lin Tianhao stares in disbelief. Sweat forms on his brow as he realizes it's a real unicorn. Lin Tianhao realizes the rarity of this moment. He's come across a hidden boss. Although he feels lucky, he notes that the unicorn's stats far surpass those of the zombie leader. The unicorn stands tall, glowing with divine energy. Its piercing blue eyes lock onto them. Purple hypnotic patterns swirl in Lin Tianhao's eyes as he mutters in awe, captivated by the unicorn's beauty. He starts walking toward the unicorn with a dazed smile, ignoring everything else. Lin Tianhao is about to walk straight off a cliff. The demon slime urgently tries to pull him back. The slime suddenly jumps and headbutts him hard in the stomach, snapping him out of it just in time. Lin Tianhao winces and clutches his side. The pain from the slime's headbutt snaps him out of the trance. He turns and glares at the demon slime, demanding to know what it's doing. But as he turns around, he sees both Su Qinger and Lai Zhu slowly walking toward the cliff's edge, eyes glazed over and glowing. They're under the same hypnotic effect. Both girls stand frozen, their eyes fixed ahead as they murmur in unison, mesmerized by the sight so beautiful. As the girls unknowingly step toward the edge, Lin Tianhao shouts for them to stop. He lunges forward and grabs both girls just in time, yanking them away from the cliff with the help of the demon slime. Now safely back, the group recovers near the cave wall. Su Qinger confirms that the radiant creature is indeed the Cold Valley Abyss's hidden boss, a unicorn, while Lai Zhu questions how it replaced the zombie leader they were told about. The unicorn slowly approaches. Su Qinger concludes it appeared because they hunted too many snow rabbits. Lai Zhu points out that they also defeated many wolves and zombies, yet nothing triggered, possibly because those weren't truly alive. Su Qinger explains that originally, they only needed to follow the set path, defeat monsters along the way, and eliminate the final boss, the zombie leader, to pass the level. Now facing a much stronger hidden boss instead, she warns that their chances of survival have drastically dropped, fearing a complete wipeout. Tears fill the girl's eyes as she suggests they escape. She doesn't want to die. But Lin Tianhao rejects the idea. They've killed too many snow rabbits, making them targets. Running is no longer an option. Blaming herself, Lai Zhu admits bringing the carrots led them here. If they had just followed the intended path and focused on zombies, they wouldn't have triggered the hidden boss. Overwhelmed with guilt, she lowers her head and grips her braid tightly. He reassures that thanks to her, they now have a shot at clearing the level in record time. She shouldn't blame herself. He becomes serious, declaring that when it comes to the hidden boss, he won't let anyone on his team get hurt. Facing forward with resolve, he promises to protect them during the fight. Su Kinger mocks the situation, calling the unicorn just a unicorn. She's not afraid. Lin Tianhao warns both girls not to slow him down once the battle begins. Lai Zhu smiles with gratitude, thanking her teammates for standing by her. Suddenly, the unicorn lets out a powerful cry. Lin Tianhao alerts the others that they've been spotted. The team quickly moves into formation as Demon Slime joins them for combat. The unicorn charges its horn, unleashing its skill-charging thorn with intense force aimed directly at the group. Explosions erupt as the unicorn's attack shatters parts of the cliff wall. The unicorn launches into the air, glowing with radiant energy. Lin Tianhao yells out a command to his team, urging everyone to scatter before they're hit. A powerful blast slams into the ground, creating a massive burst of light. The group regains their footing after the unicorn's powerful strike tears through the battlefield. The unicorn descends, glowing with divine energy. It activates a new skill soul-purifying song, sending out waves of bright, disorienting light. He clutches his head in pain, struggling to resist the skill's effects. Lai Zhu begins chanting multiple melodies, one to purify, one to weaken, and another to boost damage, channeling all her power through her harp. Her song affects the unicorn, slowing its steps as musical notes float through the air. But the unicorn roars back in defiance. It charges forward with its powerful skill-stomping charge aimed straight at Lai Zhu. The girl is stunned, eyes wide with fear as the unicorn's attack barrels toward her at blinding speed. Just in time, Su Kinger leaps in front of her, shielding her from the deadly charge. She is knocked back violently, the impact radiating energy as she takes the full brunt of the blow. Su Kinger charges at the unicorn head-on, taunting it to follow her as a distraction. The unicorn lets out a furious cry and charges after her with glowing eyes and stomping force. She swiftly leads it away from the others, keeping its attention locked while dodging its aggressive strikes. As she turns, Lin Tianhao shouts her name in panic, warning her of the incoming danger. Su King is pierced by the Cold Valley Abyss's hidden boss, a level 10 unicorn. Its horn drives through her midair. She crashes to the ground, blood spilling from her chest. Her eyes widen in pain. Lai Zhu rushes over while she calls out to Su King. The unicorn's radiant form rises behind them. Lai Zhu holds Su King, begging her to wake up. Surrounded by red energy, Lin Tianhao lowers his head, calling out to his pet slime with quiet determination. He raises his gaze, declaring that it's their turn to fight. The demon slime responds level 95, with powerful stats and deadly skills emerging with a sinister grin. The unicorn senses the threat. Its glowing red eyes lock on. The demon slime launches at the unicorn, landing a fierce strike directly onto its head. The slime coils in, unleashing another brutal attack. Blood explodes from the unicorn as it staggers back, overwhelmed by the relentless assault. Lai Zhu watches in disbelief, supporting Su King. She realizes the impossible. The hidden boss unicorn is being dominated by Lin Tianhao's slime. Lin Tianhao realizes the unicorn is weak to dark attribute attacks, but even he didn't expect the demon slime to hold it down so effectively. With full confidence, he commands the slime to keep attacking without mercy. The slime strikes again, sending another vicious blast straight at the unicorn. Blood erupts as the unicorn screams in agony, completely overwhelmed by the relentless assault. Wounded and bleeding, the unicorn tries to flee, dragging its body across the battlefield. Lai Zhu spots it escaping and shouts. A smirk forms on Lin's face. He has no intention of letting it escape. He commands the demon slime to activate corrosive slime and demonic dance. The demon slime begins to shift its form, melting into a deadly fluid as it prepares its next move. With a surge of power, it rises and launches forward. Red energy slashes across the ground as the unicorn tries to escape, but it's already too late. The slime's shadow looms behind the unicorn, ready to strike again with lethal precision. The demon slime lands a brutal finishing blow, piercing the unicorn's chest and causing a massive blood burst. Lin Tianhao watches proudly, praising the slime for its perfect execution. Blood rains down as the unicorn collapses. With a loud crash, The unicorn hits the ground and is buried in a cloud of debris, defeated at last. The unicorn, though wounded, unleashes a powerful sound-based attack. Waves of energy ripple out, glowing with multicolored force. Lin Tianhao yells for everyone to cover their ears. The sonic blast is intense and disorienting. The demon slime struggles to resist the pressure as the unicorn's screech targets it directly. Lin Tianhao grits his teeth and quickly commands the slime to retreat and use its split skill to avoid further damage. The unicorn unleashes a powerful downward strike, slamming into the ground with crackling energy and blood flying from impact. The demon slime quickly splits apart to dodge the horn, narrowly avoiding a fatal blow. Wounded and enraged, the unicorn prepares to retaliate while surrounded by multiple slime clones. With its wings glowing, it activates its ultimate skill, Storming Charge, ready to launch a final desperate attack. Lin Tianhao checks the timer, only 3 minutes left on his fully armored state. He knows he must act fast. The demon slime locks eyes with the unicorn. Blood spills as the slime lands another hit, but the unicorn stays standing, wings pulsing with radiant energy. With fury in its eyes, the unicorn lowers its horn and prepares to charge once more. The demon slime roars and charges straight at the unicorn with full force, its body glowing red with fury. The unicorn braces itself, stomping the ground. The slime strikes again, latching onto the unicorn's body with aggressive force. The unicorn lets out a panicked scream, its eyes wide with fear. A system alert flashes due to severe injuries. The unicorn has entered a berserker state. Its wounds pulse violently as dark energy erupts from its body. Realizing the danger, Lin Tianhao shouts for the slime to retreat before it's too late. The unicorn glares intensely, its glowing eyes filled with rage. Lin Tianhao narrows his eyes. The unicorn suddenly halts its rampage. He watches cautiously, wondering why the beast has stopped attacking despite being in berserker mode. A strange realization hits him as he notices something unusual near its hooves. Dark purple blood leaks out, glowing with green sparks, signs of poison spreading through the unicorn's body. Su King, clutching her wound, yells at Lin Tianhao to finish the unicorn. Lai Zhu steps in nervously, offering to help. Lin Tianhao reacts in shock as things spiral out of control. Suddenly, Su King leaps forward, shouting to let her handle it herself, her body glowing with energy. Lin's eyes widen as he sees the red glow. Su King stands calmly beside the unicorn's body, holding a glowing crystal and claiming the job is done. The unicorn's leg twitches, poisoned blood still seeps from its wound. Suddenly, the unicorn lets out a loud cry, catching Su King off guard. Her eyes widen in shock. The unicorn is not dead yet. A massive beam of green energy erupts from the ground, shaking the entire battlefield. Lin Tianhao urgently tells everyone to cover their ears as the pressure intensifies. Su King and Lai Zhu brace themselves. The blast causes the rocks to explode around them, chunks of debris flying in every direction. Lin shields himself, eyes sharp and focused as a dark void looms above him. Lin Tianhao shouts the command. He tells the demon slime to devour the incoming threat. With a surge of motion, the slime expands and launches forward to intercept the attack. The slime lets out a determined growl. With the unicorn defeated, Lin Tianhao stands beside the slime. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. Rocks fall violently as the entire area starts collapsing. Lai Zhu shouts for everyone to regroup. Lin warns it's dangerous and urges her to hurry. Before she can react, a massive boulder crashes down near her. She screams in panic as debris rains from above. Su King, eyes locked on the falling debris around her teammates. She releases a powerful energy slash, cutting through the collapsing terrain to create a path. The impact sends shockwaves through the ground, breaking apart the rocks and clearing the danger. Everyone huddles inside the protective slime barrier. Lin Tianhao looks up in confusion, wondering why the entire place is collapsing. Lin Tianhao realizes the collapsing terrain is due to the guardian beast's death. Its magic is now fading. Suddenly, his eyes widen. He lunges forward toward the unicorn. He shouts a command to the demon slime. Activate split to shield and protect the unicorn immediately. The demon slime's eyes flare with intensity as it prepares to execute Lin Tianhao's command. Its body shifts rapidly, forming a powerful split as it launches forward like a bullet. The slime stretches mid-air, closing the gap between itself and the injured unicorn. With precise timing, it wraps around the unicorn, shielding it from the impact just in time. The demon slime positions itself firmly beside the unicorn, glowing red as it prepares to shield it completely. It strains with effort, sweat dripping as it braces against the chaos beneath its protection. The unicorn lies unconscious but safe, shielded from the destruction around them. The unicorn lets out a weak cry as the last of the magical energy fades from its body, the poison still visible around it. Lai Zhu looks up and notices the mountain has stopped collapsing. Lin Tianhao suggests they investigate. The group, along with the slime, cautiously steps forward. Su King scans the area, puzzled and uneasy. Something still feels wrong. Lin Tianhao kneels beside the unicorn and observes the ground healing where its blood has spilled. Lai Zhu explains it has healing properties. The unicorn breathes faintly, still alive. Lin watches closely, realizing there's more to it than they thought. Su King urges him to kill it and escape the abyss, but Lin quickly stops her. Frustrated, Su King questions his decision. Lin firmly says it can't be killed, yet his expression serious. Lai Zhu suddenly senses something off about the unicorn. Su King is surprised she feels it too. The unicorn's eyes glimmer faintly. Lin Tianhao wonders if it was trying to communicate something. He stares silently, unsure whether the creature is warning them or asking for help. Without warning, the unicorn lets out a loud cry, rearing up as if in pain or fear. The unicorn suddenly lunges forward, startling Su King and knocking Lai Zhu off balance. Su King growls in frustration, shouting there's no point in hesitating, they should just kill it. As she charges forward, Lin Tianhao shouts for her to stop, but she ignores him. Su King warns him not to interfere again this time, she's serious. As the unicorn collapses, Su King and Lin Tianhao step closer, watching its body tremble. Lin notices something strange. There's an odd bulge shifting near the unicorn's stomach. Zooming in, a sharp crystal object slowly pushes out from within the wound. Su King gasps in shock, her eyes wide. There's something hidden inside the unicorn. A radiant light glows from the unicorn's body as a smaller, glowing figure emerges, another unicorn. Su King stares in disbelief as the new unicorn lies beside the old one, surrounded by healing energy. Frustrated and confused, Su King questions whether this boss monster has the power of reincarnation and decides to destroy it before it can recover. Before she can act, Lin Tianhao rushes in to stop her again. Just as Su King prepares to strike, Lin Tianhao dashes in, yelling for her to stop. With intense focus, he pushes forward. He channels a powerful surge of energy into his palm, eyes locked on the target. With a fierce motion, he releases the energy. The unicorn sheds a drop of glowing red blood as it weakly lifts its head. The blood drips onto its radiant horn, triggering a magical reaction. Su King grabs Lin Tianhao, demanding to know what he's doing as the unicorn glows. Lin Tianhao turns calmly. Golden energy rises from the glowing ground beneath his feet, wrapping around him. He looks up as beams of light shoot toward his chest and forehead. A radiant mark forms on his forehead as his eyes widen in shock from the power surging through him. A screen appears, revealing the creature, a juvenile Cold Valley Abyss unicorn with healing and soul-purifying skills. Golden particles swirl around Lin Tianhao and the unicorn as they stand face to face within a glowing circle. Seeing the unicorn's response, Lin confirms his theory. It wasn't just protecting itself, but also the baby inside. Smiling, he realizes a deeper bond has formed. They've successfully signed a contract. Lin Tianhao summons the juvenile unicorn into his contract space. The girls rush toward him, confused and worried about the unicorn's sudden disappearance. But before they can react, the ground begins to rumble beneath them once more. Cracks rapidly spread across the terrain as the entire area starts collapsing again. As the collapse intensifies, the girl yells at the others to run. The group dashes forward, barely keeping balance on the shaking ground. In the distance, Lin Tianhao gently kneels beside the fallen unicorn. He promises to protect her child and raise it well. As the system interface appears, a detailed list of the loot is revealed: horn, blood, a core, and a treasure chest. Suddenly, the earth splits behind them. Lin flinches as the system announces a record-breaking achievement, updating his rank. Lin Tianhao stands frozen, eyes locked on something in the distance. His allies call out, urging him to move as the ground fractures with flames erupting all around. His foot slips, and he loses balance. Lin and the slime tumble into the collapsing terrain. As Lin Tianhao plummets into the collapsing abyss, Su King screams his name in panic. He descends deeper, surrounded by falling debris. A blue system screen appears before him. Suspended midair, Lin reaches toward the message asking, "Leave the dungeon?" while his hand trembles slightly. Without hesitation, he presses yes, choosing to escape. As debris collapses around them, a bright pixelated glow signals successful teleportation just in time. The girls are enveloped in a blue light as the system initiates the dungeon exit. Their bodies are fully transported out, the glowing portal delivering them safely beyond the abyss. Breathing heavily, Lai Zhu clutches her instrument and mutters in relief she truly thought they were done for. Lin Tianhao teleports out of the dungeon, collapsing to the ground as the others rush to his side. Worried, Su King tries to calm him down, but Lin responds with a confident smile, showing he's okay. The crowd nearby notices the leaderboard changing. A new name appears, one that hasn't been seen in ages. As the portal lights up, onlookers speculate that the emerging team is the one who just broke a major record. A man asks Lin Tianhao and his team if they're the ones who broke the record, but others nearby doubt them, assuming they were just forced out. Mocked by the crowd, Su King gets furious and lashes out in a comedic outburst, needing to be calmed down. Despite the situation, the team tries to keep her under control. Meanwhile, Lin Tianhao silently stares at the glowing portal, deep in thought as the crowd gathers. Wang Dong notices Lin Tianhao's group and confidently identifies them as the team that just returned from the dungeon. He smugly mocks Lin Tianhao, pretending to be surprised that someone like him made it out alive. As the group gathers around, Wang Dong confronts Lin Tianhao directly, accusing him of being forcefully teleported. At that moment, a system notification pops up for everyone confirming that the rankings have just been updated. Everyone is shocked as the leaderboard announces Lin Tianhao as the new first-place holder. Even Wang Dong stares in disbelief. Crowds react loudly. A girl screams in confusion while another exclaims that Lin Tianhao actually reached first place. While the others are still stunned, Lin Tianhao calmly faces Wang Dong. People around check their screens. Lin Tianhao's name sits at the top. They realize a new god of war has dethroned the longtime champion, Feng Chengyan. The crowd erupts in disbelief, accusing Lin Tianhao of being unworthy. Some claim he must have cheated again, referencing a past scandal. Voices rise, insisting the ranking must be rigged, and that Lin is just a fraud. Their anger intensifies as they surround him. Spectators begin to doubt. Some wonder if it's even possible to cheat on the dungeon list, questioning everything. Lin Tianhao silences the crowd with a cold glare, calling them ignorant. He reminds them that the Black Abyss dungeon list can't be tampered with. Cheating is impossible. One of the men yells in frustration, demanding to know who dares to interrupt the scene. Shock spreads across everyone's faces. From the portal steps a striking group, powerful individuals with high-level talents and rare classes, all walking in unison. A group notices the arrival of two impressive figures. They're recognizing them as the prestigious Mu Rong siblings. Lin Tianhao hears the murmurs and wonders who the Mu Rong family members are. The man, Mu Rong Yu, is a level 9 sword master with the title Golden Lion Knight. The woman, Mu Rong Xin, is a level 8 priest specializing in enchantment. Both are ranked at talent grade, making them high-tier professionals. Lin Tianhao reflects on how family-affiliated professionals like them usually enter the abyss through designated teleportation routes, unlike unaffiliated wanderers like himself who must find other means. He observes Su King and Lai Zhu as he reflects that while most family professionals use exclusive teleportation to enter the abyss, some still choose to team up with ordinary individuals from the plaza instead. As Lin Tianhao watches, the Mu Rong siblings arrive with their fully assembled team. Their presence here raises questions. Why would a group already formed show up again? Wang Dong enthusiastically greets Mu Rong Xin, introducing himself as Wang Dong, a C-rank Holy Shield warrior. He seems eager to gain her attention and respect. However, Mu Rong Xin completely ignores him. His smile stiffens, and he's left awkwardly frozen by her cold indifference. His teammates angrily protests that Mu Rong Xin ignored his brother Wang Dong, boasting that his brother is a powerful Holy Shield warrior and should be respected. Mu Rong Xin glares coldly at him. She remarks with disdain that it's pathetic someone like that could even be among Holy Shield warriors. The man explodes with rage, shouting in disbelief and demanding her to repeat what she just said. Before he can do anything further, Wang Dong swiftly raises his hand to stop. He insults Lin Tianhao, claiming he's just trash who must have cheated to reach the top rankings. He warns everyone not to trust his rise. Mu Rongyu steps in, calmly asserting that Lin Tianhao was just lucky this time. He warns that next time, he'll show him what real strength means. With that, he commands his group to leave. Su King jokes that the barking dog has finally shut up. Mu Rongyu glancing at Lin Tianhao. With a smirk, he acknowledges him directly, confirming that he is the one who recently topped the Abyss ranking list. He extends his hand and politely introduces himself to Lin Tianhao, expressing that he's glad to meet him. Lin, surprised, wonders why someone like him would personally approach. Mu Rongzin reacts sharply, scolding Lin Tianhao for not shaking her brother's hand. She's annoyed and asks if he's stupid for not recognizing the gesture of respect. Mu Rongyu lightly calls out to his sister, Xiao Zhu, reminding her to calm down and not escalate things unnecessarily. Lin Tianhao, feeling awkward but trying to stay respectful, responds with a hesitant greeting. Su King suddenly grabs Lin Tianhao's hand, stopping him from shaking Mu Rongyu's. Furious, Su King scolds Mu Rongyu, declaring that Lin is already in her team. Lin tries to keep up, surprised by her forceful grip, and cries out in pain as she squeezes his hand tightly. Mu Rongyu's expression darkens as he calmly tells Su King to step aside, insisting they're in the middle of a conversation with Lin. Su King doesn't back down. She snaps that they won't waste time talking. Calling out to Lin Tianhao and Lai Zhu, she leads her group away decisively, not letting the Mu Rong siblings interfere. Mu Rongzin steps forward firmly, stating she doesn't want to argue, she only wants Lin Tianhao. Nearby observers are stunned. They question why a powerful family like the Mu Rong clan would go so far for just one summoner. Another reveals the truth: Lin Tianhao isn't ordinary. He's the top-ranked summoner in the Abyss. Su King refuses to back down. She yells for them to step aside, determined not to hand over Lin Tianhao. She knows if they take him, her newly set record might be instantly overtaken. A warrior aggressively confronts her, declaring that they absolutely must take Lin Tianhao with them today. Some bystanders comment that joining the Mu Rong family would be the smarter choice. Not only is it easier, but they'd also gain more resources. They mention that the team includes 2 A rank and 3 B rank professionals. Lai Zhu nervously asks Lin if he's really considering joining them, worried about losing him to the stronger faction. Su King overhears and bursts out in anger. She's shocked at the thought and can't believe Lin might actually go with them. Mu Rongzin coldly reminds Su King that she doesn't have the right to decide for Lin Tianhao. She suggests that the choice should be left to him directly. Mu Rongyu formally invites Lin Tianhao to join the Golden Lion Knight group, speaking politely but with clear intention. He presents it as a prestigious opportunity. A system interface appears before Lin Tianhao, showing Mu Rongyu's team invitation. It gives him 2 options: accept or refuse. Before Lin can speak, Su King steps in, confidently declaring that Lin would never agree to join them. But Lin Tianhao unexpectedly responds with a quiet, "all right." Everyone is shocked as Lin Tianhao accepts the invitation. Su King and Lai Zhu stare at him in disbelief, struggling to process his sudden decision. Lin stands confidently with a calm smile. He repeats his response, "all right." Su King shouts in frustration, asking what he just said, unwilling to believe he's really siding with the Mu Rong group. Lai Zhu gasps in silence, completely stunned. She covers her mouth, overwhelmed by disbelief, unable to understand why he would choose them. Mu Rongyu praises Lin Tianhao's decision, calling it a wise choice. He commends him as a smart person who knows how to pick the right side. Encouraged by the response, Mu Rongyu urges Lin Tianhao to officially accept the team invitation now that he has agreed. Lin Tianhao stands before the system interface once again, this time facing the final confirmation option, yes or no, while everyone holds their breath. Su King, restrained by her teammates, shouts desperately not to accept. She still clings to hope that Lin Tianhao will reject the offer at the last second. Mu Rongyu smirks. He suggests that breaking records together would be a win-win situation for both sides. Just as everyone braces for confirmation, Lin Tianhao surprises them by reaching toward the interface, but instead of accepting, he chooses to reject the invitation. The others are stunned, especially Su King. Mu Rongzin is visibly confused and frustrated by the sudden rejection. She demands to know what Lin Tianhao is trying to do. Lin Tianhao smiles calmly and tells them not to rush. He agrees to join them, but only if they first agree to meet a few of his conditions. Mu Rongzin snaps at Lin Tianhao, claiming that letting a summoner like him join is already a favor. He accusing him of not knowing his place. Lin Tianhao casually turns away. He shrugs off the offer, saying if there's no room for discussion, then there's nothing more to say. Mu Rongyu quickly steps forward, realizing Lin Tianhao isn't bluffing. He calls out, asking what demands he actually has in mind. Lin smirks slightly and responds calmly. He says it's nothing major, just a few simple conditions before he's willing to join. Lin confidently lays out his conditions. Once inside the abyss, everyone must follow his commands. No one is allowed to steal experience from him without permission, and all monster loot goes to him. Mu Rongzin and others are shocked by the demands. She blurts out in disbelief, clearly offended by his boldness. Bystanders comment that Lin Tianhao's terms sound domineering. However, they acknowledge that since the Mu Rong clan needs him, it's not unreasonable for him to push for such terms. Lin stands firm with arms crossed, asking them what they've decided. He declares that if they agree to his conditions, he'll join the team immediately. One of the team members protests fiercely, warning the captain not to agree to Lin Tianhao's demands. He insists that Lin's terms are disrespectful to everyone else in the group. Su King smiles proudly at Lin Tianhao, clearly pleased by how he's handling the situation. She mocks the Mu Rong team, asking why they're so upset. If they're truly capable, she suggests they try reaching the top rankings themselves instead of begging others. Observers are impressed by Lin Tianhao's boldness, noting how he's openly challenging the Mu Rong family. They whisper that even top officials would have to respect him after he broke the war god's record. One of the team members steps forward aggressively, saying he'll teach Lin Tianhao a lesson. Mu Rongyu stops him calmly, reminding everyone of their real purpose here. With a composed smile, Mu Rongyu says that if Lin Tianhao isn't interested in teaming up, there's no need to provoke or argue further. Lin Tianhao responds coldly, saying it's nothing personal, he just can't stand people who use power and status to force others into submission. Mu Rongyu finally loses his calm and raises his voice at Lin Tianhao. His sister is visibly alarmed by his sudden reaction. He warns Lin Tianhao not to let a minor leaderboard position get to his head. Without waiting for a reply, Mu Rongyu ends the conversation and tells his team to leave. He walks away with a stern expression, trying to preserve his pride. Su King waves mockingly at them as they depart, casually telling Lin Tianhao to hurry up and follow. Mu Rongzin clenches her teeth in frustration, glaring at Lin Tianhao. She mutters his name with fury. Unbothered, Lin stretches casually and talks about leveling up. He suggests they enter the abyss 2 more times to reach level 10. Suddenly, Lin Tianhao senses something off. Su King and Lai Zhu appear behind him, fuming with rage. They yell at him for deceiving them all along, realizing he never intended to join their side. Furious and betrayed, they accuse him of being cold-hearted and ungrateful. Panicked, Lin Tianhao tries to explain himself, nervously pleading with the girls to listen. His plea is cut short by a loud scream. Su King and Lai Zhu walk away angrily after knocking Lin Tianhao out. As he lies face down with a bruised face, they declare they're heading off to restock supplies and will regroup later. After some time, Lin Tianhao sits up groaning in pain, staring at the cooldown timer for the next abyss entry. He complains about how ruthless their punches were. With over an hour left before the next dungeon entry, Lin Tianhao decides to find a spot to rest and prepare. He walks through the forest and reflects on the battle. The experience from defeating the horned beast had just pushed him to level 6. As he checks his stats, he realizes he still doesn't fully understand the abilities of the beast he tamed. The interface shows his current level, HP, and summoned beasts. Determined to explore further, Lin Tianhao prepares to investigate the abilities of his new summon, thinking it's time to test it directly. Standing in the middle of a glowing summoning circle deep in the forest, Lin Tianhao channels his energy and calls out for his summoned beast to appear. He summons the horned beast. A blinding light erupts from the circle as the summoning begins. Lin braces himself, announcing that it's about to emerge. He squints through the intense light, overwhelmed by the brilliance. As mist rises, he looks back, surprised by what's happening. Suddenly, he falls forward in shock, wondering if he actually summoned a beast. A glowing screen appears, stating the summoning failed and asking him to check the summon's condition. Scratching his head, Tianhao looks confused and frustrated, unsure why the ritual didn't work. A screen pops up, asking Lin Tianhao if he wants to proceed with the beast's materialization. Without hesitation, he confirms by selecting yes. Right after, a countdown timer appears, indicating the summoning will take 3 days to complete. Tianhao is surprised by how long it will take. He looks at the countdown timer for the item refinement process. Realizing there's nothing else to do for now, he resigns himself to waiting patiently until the timer ends. Suddenly, he remembers that he hasn't yet checked the rewards he received. He opens the Deep Abyss chest interface, which promises random loot such as equipment, materials, and potions. Curious, Lin wonders what kind of items he might get from the chest. Just then, a notification pops up showing a new message. Surprised, he notices an unread mail icon and questions. He receives a system notification stating he has obtained a historical record gift pack from the Deep Abyss. Along with it, he's also granted the strange title Fastest Man. Confused, Lin questions the meaning of the title. He's visibly unsettled, unsure why he's being labeled the Fastest Man. Shaking off his frustration, he decides to ignore the strange title for now and focuses on checking the gift pack rewards first. As he opens the gift pack, the system explains that it can randomly yield high-tier Black Abyss equipment, materials, or potions. Lin Tianhao firmly commands the system to open the treasure chest. He looks at the 2 treasure chests in front of him, curious about what kind of items might be inside them. The system reveals the rewards, a guard armor usable by all classes, providing bonuses to health and defense, and a small experience potion that grants 50 exp upon use. Lin Tianhao is pleased with the results and considers his luck to be decent. As he opens the next chest, a bright light shines from inside, and he eagerly examines its contents, wondering what else he might receive. The system reveals his reward, a frost necklace of silver tier. It grants boosts to magic and spirit, provides resistance to ice attributes, and includes useful items like exp and healing potions. Lin Tianhao is amazed he actually pulled a silver-grade item. As he examines the necklace, the system explains the rarity levels of equipment, which range from common to divine. No grade, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, crystal, legendary, and divine. Smiling in disbelief, Lin acknowledges his incredible luck. Acquiring silver-grade gear this early is like receiving divine assistance. He activates the equipment interface and commands the system to equip his new gear. A surge of energy begins to swirl around him. As the gear equips itself, his body is enveloped in a glowing aura. He clenches his fist, feeling the power course through him and acknowledging how different it feels with proper gear. With a confident look in his eyes, Lin stands tall, empowered by the new equipment. The system panel now displays his updated status. Lin Tianhao, titled Fastest Man, is a level 6 summoner. His attributes including HP, magic power, defense, and spirit have significantly increased. His current skills include an S-rank ability, Demonic Offering, support gear, and 2 summoned beasts, the Demon Skeleton and the Frost Wolf. He reviews his status and notes that his attributes have significantly improved. He's also earned 3 skill points to use. Without hesitation, he invests 1 point into upgrading his support gear skill. He confidently taps the option, ready for more power. The system confirms the upgrade. Support gear has advanced from level 1 to level 3. The skill now reduces the mental energy consumed to protect summoned creatures and doubles their attributes for 200 seconds. Bathed in a red aura, Lin Tianhao smiles with satisfaction. With this upgrade complete, he knows that clearing future dungeons will take much less time. With a confident smile, he decides to upgrade his summoned beast, the Demon Spider. The system displays the stats of the demon spider at level 9 high health, attack, speed, and a variety of powerful skills like sticky fluid spray and demon dance. The beast looks more ferocious than ever. Lin Tianhao determines that a sacrifice of 100 units of fresh blood should be enough for the upgrade and proceeds with the offering. Suddenly, he's stunned by a prompt. He realizes that the spider can not only level up, but it can also evolve to a higher stage. The system displays a requirement. Lin Tianhao's demon spider needs to reach 6 more levels before it can evolve to the next stage. Excited, Lin Tianhao wonders what benefits the evolution might bring. Could it unlock new skills? He eagerly checks the system for more details. To his surprise, there's no explanation provided about the evolution process. No descriptions, no hints, nothing at all. Frustrated, Lin Tianhao makes a bold decision. He declares that the only way to find out is to evolve it himself and experience it directly. Lin Tianhao confirms the evolution command with a decisive press of the Yes button on the system screen. His health bar begins to drop sharply, first from 1100, then down to 500, as the system notifies that the blood sacrifice was successful. Suddenly, a surge of red energy erupts violently. Lin Tianhao braces himself and announces that the evolution is about to begin. A violent vortex of red energy engulfs the area, signaling the beginning of the evolution ritual. Lin Tianhao coughs and shields himself as the surge intensifies. He turns to face the storm, standing firm while watching the swirling red mass take form. Stunned, Lin Tianhao stares ahead as fragments of the demon spider's new body begin to emerge. At the Black Abyss Plaza, a group is waiting for their team to assemble. Su King impatiently wonders where Lin Tianhao has disappeared to, as the gathering time has already passed. Sitting nearby, Lai Zhu casually suggests they can check his location using the party interface. Su King, while holding a fruit, begins to sweat nervously from the responsibility. Realizing Lai Zhu has a point, Su King agrees and activates the interface to locate him. She pinpoints Lin Tianhao's signal on the map and is puzzled he's deep inside the forest. She wonders aloud what he could possibly be doing out there. Su King, now concerned, tells Lai Zhu they're going to find Lin Tianhao. Lai Zhu hurriedly grabs her things and follows. The two girls head into the forest, with Lai Zhu trailing behind and calling out for Su King to slow down. Meanwhile, a violent explosion of red energy erupts in the forest, shaking the surroundings. Lin Tianhao stands near the epicenter, surrounded by a blazing aura. Shocked, Lin Tianhao looks at the source of the energy burst and stammers in disbelief, wondering what exactly is happening in front of him. From within the smoke, a new form of slime emerges. It's the evolved version of the demon spider, now transformed into a humanoid female with a crimson. Lin Tianhao stares in shock, overwhelmed by the sudden transformation and completely speechless. Blushing furiously, he panics and wonders why she's not wearing any clothes, flustered by her human form. Meanwhile, the girl herself looks cheerful, smiling brightly. Lin Tianhao steps back nervously as the girl suddenly lunges toward him with enthusiasm. Caught off guard, he shouts in panic and asks what she's trying to do. Before he can react, she pounces on him playfully. With an innocent smile, the slime girl sits happily on top of him. Blushing intensely and dripping with sweat, Lin Tianhao struggles to stay calm as he finds himself wrapped in the slime girl's embrace. The slime girl looks at him with innocent confusion while clinging to him. Lin Tianhao hesitates for a moment before gently pushing her back. He forces himself to stay rational, blurting out that no matter what, he would never develop feelings for a summoned creature. As he pulls her away, the slime girl quietly lets out a soft sound. Lin Tianhao quickly opens his inventory and grabs a piece of clothing, realizing the slime girl needs something to wear. He hands it to her while speaking firmly, telling her to put it on right away. The slime girl looks at the outfit with curiosity, touching it gently. Moments later, she happily reappears wearing the cute dress, proudly showing it off. Lin Tianhao sighs and reminds the slime girl that the clothes are meant to be worn properly. Holding up the dress, he instructs her to raise her arms so he can help her put it on correctly. As he helps dress her, he jokingly wonders if he's somehow become her parent, given how much he's guiding her. Right after she wears the dress, the system notifies a small stat boost. Her defense increases by 0.1, surprising Lin Tianhao with the result. Lin Tianhao is surprised to learn that summoned creatures can actually wear professional equipment. He wonders if it's because she now has a humanoid form. Curious, he checks the slime girl's new stats after evolution. Sitting beside her, he opens the system panel to take a closer look. The display shows major improvements. Her level increased from 9 to 15, health from 1600 to 2700, attack and agility also boosted, and defense nearly tripled. She now possesses several powerful new skills. Lin Tianhao notices two newly unlocked skills. One appears to be an AoE poison field, while the other is a high-damage single-target acid strike. He analyzes their combat potential, impressed by how strong she's become. Excited about the newly unlocked skills, Lin Tianhao tells the red slime girl that the abilities seem powerful, and he definitely wants to test them out soon. Meanwhile, Su King and Lai Zhu continue tracking him through the forest. Su King is frustrated, questioning what Lin Tianhao is doing so deep inside the woods. Su King checks the map and narrows down his exact location, noticing he's just a short distance away. Without hesitation, she leads the way with Lai Zhu close behind, determined to confront him as they close in on his position. Su King peeks out from behind a tree and announces that they've found Lin Tianhao. To their shock, they see Lin Tianhao sitting closely with the slime girl. Exhausted from the journey, Lai Zhu walks up and asks if they've finally arrived, only to freeze. Stunned, Lai Zhu's expression turns into embarrassment, her eyes wide and mouth open in shock. Su King rushes forward, shouting angrily at Lin Tianhao and demanding to know what he's doing in such a suspicious situation. Startled, Lin Tianhao quickly turns around with a confused look and asks how they even found him here. Furious, Su King clenches her fist and accuses him of getting too close with the slime girl. Lin Tianhao is left frozen, wide-eyed and drenched in sweat. Su King yells furiously, calling Lin Tianhao a pervert as her voice echoes through the forest. Frustrated by what she witnessed earlier, she angrily scolds Lin Tianhao, blaming him for not explaining that the slime girl would evolve like this. Lin Tianhao sits crouched, looking defeated. Lin Tianhao throws his hands up and retorts loudly, asking if they even gave him a chance to explain anything. He activates a portal and asks why Su King and Lai Zhu are even here in the first place. Confused by their sudden arrival, Su King sighs, arms crossed, reminding Lin Tianhao that the assembly time has arrived. If she hadn't come to get him, how would he enter the Abyss trial on time? Lin Tianhao scratches his head, looking casual. He explains that he got caught up resting and completely lost track of time. A large timer display shows 0 o'clock, indicating the trial is about to begin. A system prompt appears, asking whether Lin Tianhao wants to enter the Cold Valley Abyss. The options are displayed, yes or no. Now that everyone has gathered, Lin suggests they head into the abyss together without delay. The group prepares to enter. A bright portal activates, engulfing the team in glowing blue light as they are teleported. In a different area, multiple beast corpses lie on the snowy ground, drenched in purple blood. Mu Rongzin reports that all the monsters have been eliminated, yet their target still hasn't shown up. Mu Rongyu wipes his blood-stained sword, realizing something is off. He mutters that it seems. He narrows his eyes, confirming that someone had already been here before them. Mu Rongyu stands among the corpses, surprised that another team arrived and finished the task ahead of them. A bald subordinate anxiously asks Mu Rongyu what their next move should be. One of the frustrated men yells that whoever took the beast should be found, and they're willing to pay a high price to get it back. The bald man slaps him, scolding him for being stupid, reminding him it was a 1,000-year divine beast and that their mission is supposed to be top secret. Another member speculates that maybe another guild intercepted them and took the beast first. Mu Rongzin angrily tells everyone to shut up. She suspects that an unregistered rogue group must have taken the divine beast during the chaos. She analyzes a shard, confirming no other guilds could have known about the beast's awakening, as only they had the necessary fragments. She narrows the theory: if someone did defeat the beast, it must have been a small squad inside the abyss by coincidence. Mu Rongyu agrees with her deduction, stating that only their Huanglong guild had foreknowledge of the divine beast's movements. Mu Rongyu clenches his sword, deeply frustrated over the death of the divine beast and the sudden spike in abyssal activity. He wonders who could have possibly defeated such a powerful creature. Mu Rongzin argues that since someone else already claimed the reward, they should eliminate all recently emerged teams to recover it, especially the arrogant boy she suspects. Her anger intensifies as she recalls the boy's smug face, convinced he's the culprit and demanding retaliation. Mu Rongyu stops her, firmly stating that their Golden Lion Guild does not kill innocents without reason. Mu Rongyu calmly explains that defeating a hidden boss requires significant strength. The person who did it is no ordinary fighter. He suddenly recalls the newly registered summoner, Lin Tianwu, and begins to suspect he might be behind it. He decides to hold off on action for now, instructing the team to return and report the situation before making any moves. As the group marches back, Mu Rongzin looks frustrated but follows orders. A massive teleportation array activates, shattering the ground beneath with a blinding burst of blue light. The group is successfully teleported into a new area, surrounded by a pillar of glowing energy. As they arrive, Lin clenches his hands and mutters how freezing it still is. Su King takes the lead with determination, telling the group to move quickly and finish the mission fast. Lin calls out to Su King, who strides ahead confidently without looking back. She rushes deeper into the dark forest, her body glowing with battle energy. The group stops at a monster's spawn location. Su King declares that this is the perfect place to warm up by taking down the corrupted wolf first. Su King transforms, her aura surging as wolf ears and claws appear ready to strike with deadly force. A pack of 5 corrupted wolves suddenly charges out. Lai Zu panics upon seeing the number, shouting in disbelief at the unexpected danger. Lin observes something's wrong. Monster spawn rates have multiplied unnaturally. Unfazed, Su King charges forward with glowing energy, confidently declaring she'll wipe them all out in one blow. Su King shouts Lai Zu's name in alarm as the corrupted wolves close in rapidly. Lai Zu quickly responds, acknowledging Su King's call while focusing her energy. Glowing with radiant power, Lai Zu activates her magic surrounded by floating leaves and vibrant light. Su King watches the wave of enemies rush toward them, smirking confidently, declaring they came at the perfect time. The wolves are blasted back violently, each taking over 400 points of damage from the attack. Su King smirks with satisfaction, casually remarking how easy that was. More wolves are flung through the air as her powerful blows continue landing cleanly. Lin observes closely, impressed that Su King's upgraded strikes deal over 400 damage, worthy of a true warrior class. Su King confidently states that no matter how many wolves appear, she'll take them down herself. Lin observes the fallen wolves, puzzled by the unusual increase in their numbers and wondering if it's just a coincidence. Su King calls out to the boy to hurry up and follow as the group begins moving forward. He decides to wait until the next spawn point to confirm if this strange phenomenon continues. As they stepped deeper into the forest, Lin Tianhao suddenly paused. He muttered that something didn't feel right about this place. Su King, full of confidence, told Lai Zu to keep applying buffs on her while she took the lead in clearing the area. Lai Zu, slightly nervous, quickly agreed and began casting her support skills. Just as the two girls advanced, Lin Tianhao raised his voice, urgently telling them to wait. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath them, and a loud thud echoed through the forest. Startled, Lai Zu panicked and asked what was happening. Su King quickly told everyone to stay calm. Lin Tianhao braced themselves, realizing that something dangerous was about to emerge. Suddenly, the ground burst open as a massive creature leapt out from beneath the snow. The beast launched itself at them with a roar. Meanwhile, Lin Tianhao, now separated, stood surrounded by a pack of shadow wolves. He realized that the enemies had been hiding beneath the snow. All along it was a trap formation designed for hunting. A wide aerial view revealed the party's situation, surrounded by multiple shadow wolves and large creatures, with no visible path for escape. Lai Zu panicked at the overwhelming enemy count and asked what they should do. Su King stayed alert, trying to stay composed despite the danger closing in. Lin Tianhao calmly analyzed the situation. Unlike the mindless attacks they'd faced before, these enemies seemed to be coordinating, suggesting they might have evolved intelligence. Before they could make a move, one of the beasts launched a violent attack, crashing down with immense force, shaking the ground and scattering the snow. Su King quickly shielded Lai Zu as the shockwave knocked them off their feet. Lai Zu gasped in fear, while Su King urged her to get up immediately and stay alert. Meanwhile, Lin Tianhao stood firm. A powerful red aura began swirling around him as he took deep. His eyes lit up with a fiery glow, his expression sharpened with determination. Standing before him was the dark, monstrous enemy, fully revealed at last. As the shadow wolves lunged toward Lin Tianhao, Su King and Lai Zhu panicked, fearing it was all over. The beasts were fast and deadly, there was no time left. One of the wolves opened its jaws wide, ready to strike. But Lin Tianhao calmly stood his ground, a confident smirk forming on his face. With swift motion, Lin Tianhao raised his arm and activated his skill. He shouted the word, "Summon," just as the wolves were about to attack. Bathed in a fiery red aura, he grinned and completed the incantation, calling forth his powerful ally demon Spider Queen. Far away from, a mysterious purple energy erupted from a towering structure embedded in the snowy landscape. The student stationed near the structure were caught off guard. One of them shouted in confusion, asking what was going on as panic spread across the group. Another man, trying to keep his balance, yelled that the ground itself was shaking. A man looked up in horror, sweat dripping down his face. Whatever was happening, it wasn't natural, and it had just begun. Suddenly, the glowing purple portal at the tower's base began to react violently. A bystander shouted that the entrance was showing signs of activity, alerting everyone nearby. Without warning, a powerful vortex erupted from the portal, pulling in people and debris. Some screamed for help as they were dragged helplessly into the swirling energy. Onlookers watched in shock and horror. One group of young men froze in place, unable to comprehend what was unfolding before their eyes. Even the guards, trained for emergencies, one of them, trembling, shouted in fear, demanding to know what was happening. An injured man, bleeding heavily, struggled to speak. With his last bit of strength, he warned the guards that the Black Abyss had erupted. One of the guards gasped in disbelief as he rushed to the man's side. The guards demanded clarification. What did he mean by Black Abyss eruption? Was he serious? Panic spread as the realization set in. Suddenly, a holographic timer appeared beside the dying man, marking him for transfer to the Hall of the Dead. One guard froze in shock while another whispered in confusion, how could things have escalated this far? A chilling silence hung in the air as a survivor stared at the skeletal remains, whispering in horror that everyone was dead. From the glowing portal, countless skulls and bones spilled out, carried by a mysterious force. The people nearby were shocked as more skulls dropped from the sky. One man cried out in panic, pointing at the horrifying. Staring at the digital screen in disbelief, one man muttered that something was terribly wrong. The Black Abyss's difficulty level had clearly changed, and it had become far deadlier than anyone imagined. Back at the Black Abyss Tower, the system broadcasted a terrifying update. Its difficulty had shifted to Nightmare. Panic broke out among the observers as someone yelled that this level was far beyond their ability to handle. One of the guards shouted into his radio, urging immediate contact with the city leader. He confirmed the worst. The Black Abyss was in full eruption. Meanwhile, surrounded by shadow wolves, Lin Tianhao remained calm. A glowing red vortex of energy spun around him as he began channeling his summoning power. Raising his arm with authority, Lin Tianhao completed the incantation. With fiery determination, he called out once more to summon his powerful ally, the demon Spider Queen. A shadow wolf charged at Lin Tianhao, jaws wide open for the kill. At the last second, a surge of crimson energy erupted from him. The red energy surged outward like a storm, sweeping across the battlefield. The surrounding monsters were caught off guard and violently thrown back, completely overwhelmed by the summoning's raw power. The monsters stomped forward like living earthquakes, shaking the ground with each step. One of the hulking brutes paused, its glowing eyes widening in confusion as its body was suddenly hit with a heavy blow. Like a wall cracking from pressure, damage numbers started flashing across its body. Shadow wolves were blasted away like leaves in a hurricane, each strike registering massive damage red numbers. At the center of it all, a blood lotus floated in the sky, ominous and still. Lin Tianhao descended with confidence, his powerful summoned demon Spider Queen gracefully wrapped around him like a guardian spirit. Su King and Lai Zhu stared in awe. Lai Zhu gasped that he was incredibly strong, while Su King silently agreed. As the Spider Queen clung to him gently, Lin Tianhao instructing them to retreat to safety while he handled the rest. Understanding the danger, Su King grabbed Lai Zhu's hand, and the two quickly ran toward the cave's exit. Before disappearing, they cheered him on, leaving everything in his hands. Su King couldn't shake the feeling that the monsters were getting stronger. She questioned whether Lin Tianhao could really handle them alone. Still, Lai Zhu cheered for him loudly, placing her full trust in their leader. Lin Tianhao stood alone as the massive monsters and wolves surrounded him. With a confident smirk, he challenged them to come at him. The Spider Queen wrapped around him giggled. Roaring in rage, the undead giants charged forward. One of the shadow wolves leapt forward with a furious roar, jaws wide open and eyes burning with purple flames. Before it could strike, one of the undead giants accidentally kicked the wolf aside, sending it flying through the air in a brutal collision. Lin Tianhao launched a powerful kick at another beast, sending it crashing into the distance. With the Spider Queen clinging to him, he gave a direct command telling the Demon Spider Queen to push them back. The Demon Spider Queen leapt into action, her body twisting mid-air like a red streak of lightning. She slammed into one of the wolves with full force, sending it tumbling back. The beast roared in pain as her strikes landed with devastating precision. Watching from behind a rocky cover, Su King warned that the difference in strength between the Wolf King and its minions was massive. Lin Tianhao might really be in danger this time. Realizing the threat, Lin Tianhao's eyes narrowed. Without hesitation, he ordered, "Spider Queen, defend." The Demon Spider Queen expanded her massive body into a shield form, launching herself between Lin Tianhao and the oncoming beasts with blinding speed. A wolf lunged fiercely, crashing into her with full force. The impact was violent, but she endured, holding the line without backing down. Su King and Lai Zhu watched in horror as the situation turned critical. They both screamed in panic, realizing the Spider Queen had taken a direct hit. Critical damage numbers flashed. Huge strikes like -198 and -210 appeared across her body. Lai Zhu excitedly pointed at the battlefield, shouting that the enemies were bleeding. Su King added that the Demon Spider Queen's sticky mucus had paralyzed the wolves. They wouldn't escape this time. One of the injured wolves roared in fury, blood pouring from its jaws as it desperately attacked the Spider Queen's hardened defense. But before they could celebrate, the tide shifted again. A monstrous wolf, glowing with rage, violently tore through the red defenses, making both Su King and Lai Zhu gasp in terror. The Spider Queen being bitten mid-air by the massive wolf, as the monster's jaws clamped down in a vicious counterattack. His HP dropped by 56, yet he remained calm, remarking that things were getting interesting. Watching from behind cover, Lai Zhu panicked, pointing out that the defensive barrier had been breached. Su King quickly told her to begin healing immediately. Lai Zhu nodded and prepared her spell. Meanwhile, the Demon Spider Queen, now weakened and airborne, faced another incoming charge. The giant undead monsters roared, closing in with lethal speed. With a heavy stomp, one of the brutes landed just beside her. As Lai Zhu continued healing Su King, she urgently warned that the monsters were closing in fast. On the front lines, Lin Tianhao took another hit. His HP dropped by -78, then -89 as a shadow wolf slammed into his protective shield again. He analyzed the situation. The monsters weren't attacking blindly, they were working together. He confirmed his suspicion, they had intelligence. Just as he realized this, the enemy's coordination became deadly. Lai Zhu panicked as danger approached and quickly called out to her partner. Without warning, she rushed forward and pulled Su King away from the rock, who shouted in shock, demanding to know what she was doing. Worried, Lai Zhu protested. If they left now, what would happen to Lin Tianhao? They couldn't just abandon him. But Su King clenched her teeth. She assured her she would find another way. She was going to do something about it. Su King turns away in silence as Lai Zhu follows closely behind. She pulls out a small red vial from her pocket and hesitates. This was her last option. Was she really going to use it? The screen displays the item, Vitality Potion Mixed. It gives temporary strength for 1 minute, but once the effect ends, the user suffers double damage. Sweat drips down her face. Despite the risk, she grits her teeth and says she doesn't care anymore. She's going for it. With a confident smirk, he gave the signal, indicating that it was time to begin. Suddenly, the slime slams into the approaching enemies, flinging their massive bodies backward as the healer. One of the monsters is violently struck down, its body torn apart midair as the force of the attack overwhelms it. Su King and Lai Zhu watch with wide eyes. Lai Zhu, shocked, points out that the zombie was actually blown away. The ground cracks beneath the impact as the slime slams the monster down. He raises his arm as slime surge out, grabbing and lifting the enemy with brutal force. His eyes glow crimson, fully awakened now. With deadly focus, he unleashes his skill, Demon Grasp. He clenches his fist tightly and activates the skill Demon Grasp. The slime lashes out, crushing the enemy mid-air. Damage numbers stack rapidly as the enemy screams in pain. The demon's claws tear into the creature, disintegrating it piece by piece in a display of overwhelming power. As bones rain down, he hovers calmly with the slime floating behind him. A system message appears. He has cleared the stage with a perfect execution. Su King and Lai Zhu celebrate the victory from a distance. One of them exclaims with joy after witnessing the brutal fight. Suddenly, a corrupted beast with glowing purple eyes and a flaming mark crawls out. It's the Rot Wolf King, wounded but still alive. The girl is shocked that it was killed with bare hands. Another corrupted beast lies beside a larger monster. The monster grips a massive weapon. A corrupted brute slams the ground with terrifying force, its eyes glowing purple. More of these monsters emerge, hulking, undead warriors armed with massive weapons. Two of them charge together and unleash a combination skill. Purple energy swirls around them as they launch toward their target with deadly synchronization. The system notification appears, combo skill, Rot Hammerstorm. Their attack rushes in as their feet pound the ground, closing the distance fast. The undead monsters unleash a violent purple vortex, dragging the battlefield into chaos. Lin narrows his eyes, recognizing the technique as Undead Tornado. He braces himself, aware that this isn't an ordinary enemy ability. Su King panics, realizing it's a combo attack. She explains that such a move greatly boosts both offense and defense, something early-stage undead shouldn't be capable of. She warns that Lin Tianwu won't be able to endure it. As the storm barrels toward them, she shouts a warning to Lin Tianwu. But he stays calm, appearing fully prepared to confront it head-on. The undead tornado intensifies, roaring like a beast as it tears through the air. Just as the force closes in, the slime arm wraps around Lin Tianwu's waist, pulling him back from danger in an instant. The tornado strikes the spot where he stood, missing him by inches thanks to the timely intervention. Lin Tianwu turns back with urgency and shouts, "Shilai," acknowledging the slime who just saved his life. Shilai extends her arm to shield Lin Tianwu, deflecting the tornado's force with her own body. The storm slices through the air, and her arm is pierced by sharp wind blades, splattering blood. Despite the injury, she clings to him, enduring the attack. Lin Tianwu grits his teeth, both bracing for impact. The two are flung backward from the blast. On the ground, Lin gasps, realizing if they took one more hit like that, it would be over. Lai Zhu panics and shouts, unsure of what to do. Su King steps forward, eyes focused. Clenching a potion bottle, she growls that she hasn't allowed Lin Tianwu to die yet, not on her watch. She drinks the potion in one go. Flames burst around Su King as she dashes forward, shocking the others with her sudden change. Her clothes tear apart mid-transformation, revealing her burning body engulfed in wild energy. Lai Zhu stares in disbelief, whispering Su King's name in shock and awe. Now fully transformed into her bear spirit form, she stands tall, fierce, primal, and radiating raw power. Su King strikes the ground with immense force. Channeling her bear spirit power, she launches herself into a glowing tornado, charging straight into the enemy's attack without hesitation. Lai Zhu falls backward in shock. A large blue glowing claw appears in front of her. Her eyes roll back, and she loses consciousness while sweating. A large white bear steps past her unconscious body. The bear now facing forward with glowing blue eyes, it says that after consuming this medicinal water, it has broken through into white bear form. A whirlwind of purple tentacles strikes out, wrapping around Lin Tianhao as he protects her with his body mid-air. The bear looks determined and says it must hurry to help. It roars as blue energy swirls around, fully transforming into its beast form, the white bear. With a loud cry, it slashes downward, fangs wide open and glowing with power. Lin Tianhao shouts that there's another monster, then urgently tells Su King to retreat. He turns, still surrounded by the red liquid creature as it looks ahead. A giant purple vortex forms in front of them. Lin Tianhao yells that they can't escape. The bear slashes down with a glowing blue claw as Lin Tianhao looks up in shock. As the purple vortex intensifies, Lin Tianhao yells that it's over. He thinks he's going to die today for sure. He closes his eyes tightly, bracing for impact, but then slowly opens them in surprise. Surrounded by the slime protection, he checks himself and asks if he's unharmed, holding a glowing item in one hand. Lin Tianhao is in the air while Su King, now in bear form, clashes with a large purple monster. One of the enemies shouts at his ally to attack quickly. Lin Tianhao calls out Su King and then activates a skill commanding Shilamu, Devil's Grasp. Dark red energy bursts from behind as he charges forward. Watching from behind the bear, Su King says this must be the true power of Lin Tianhao. A giant enemy swings its axe downward. Lin Tianhao and Su King are flung back as the red energy trails behind them. The monster activates a skill called Spin Acceleration. Su King in bear form roars and charges forward as someone warns Lin Tianhao that the enemy is launching another joint technique. Lin Tianhao smirks and says he won't fall for the same trick twice, calling out to Shilamu. He activates Shilamu's full power. Red tentacles surge from his back as he steps forward. The tentacles launch toward the enemies and strike them repeatedly, overwhelming both monsters at once. He clenches his fist tightly, focusing his energy for the final move. A massive explosion erupts as the red energy blasts the enemies into the air, engulfing the battlefield in flames. Su King roars triumphantly, glad that the enemy is finally defeated. She pants in relief while Lin Tianhao celebrates, saying thankfully Su King arrived just in time. Lin Tianhao casually remarks that if it weren't for her, he might have been finished. Looking at Su King's bear form, he wonders why he never saw her transform before, and then happily calls her name. The enemy bear loses 4,666 GP and is left with just a bit of health. It mutters that the double punishment is about to begin. The bear screams loudly as energy bursts from its body and it begins to transform further. Lin Tianhao looks surprised and asks what's going on as the enemy collapses in front of him. He runs toward it as the bear crashes onto the ground, defeated completely. Lin Tianhao kneels beside Su King, panicking as he sees her HP drop to 10 and calls out her name. Su King coughs blood and thinks that with just 10 GP left, even a small scratch could end her. Lin Tianhao quickly grabs a red potion and tells her not to worry, he'll heal her right away. He gently feeds her the potion, holding her up as red healing energy starts to flow around her. Su King slowly wakes up, placing a hand on her head while leaning against Lin Tianhao's chest, fully healed but barely clothed. Lin Tianhao sighs in relief, realizing she's okay. He suddenly reacts in confusion, feeling something soft and wondering what it is. His face turns red in shock as he realizes the awkward situation, still holding the potion bottle in his hand. Su King looks at Lin Tianhao. She appears slightly confused and injured. Lin Tianhao becomes flustered and starts blushing heavily with a nosebleed after seeing Su King closely. As Lin Tianhao reaches out, Su King panics, yelling at him and calling him a pervert. Su King smacks Lin Tianhao hard, shouting that she's going to die from embarrassment or frustration. Su King kicks Lin Tianhao in the chest, sending him flying back with another nosebleed. As Lin Tianhao sits up, Su King approaches, furious and yelling out in frustration. Su King lifts her leg, threatening him. Lin Tianhao nervously tries to defend himself, saying it wasn't his fault and she's the one who appeared like that. Su King grabs him by the shirt, shouting that if he dares to speak a word about this, she'll kill him. Lin Tianhao questions if Su King has completely lost it. Su King pins Lin Tianhao to the ground, shouting at him to listen, while he quickly agrees, saying he didn't see anything. Su King lets go of his collar as Lin Tianhao cautiously backs away. Su King turns around with a threatening glare and warns him to keep his mouth shut or face consequences. Lin Tianhao breaks into cold sweat, nervously assuring himself that she's being completely serious. Su King commands Lin Tianhao to get up and follow her to check on Lai Zhu. He nervously agrees, assuring her he won't say a word. Lin Tianhao and Su King start running together toward their destination. They arrive at a spot where Lai Zhu is lying on the ground, breathing heavily. Lin Tianhao, sweating, looks at her and comments sarcastically on how carefree she looks. Lin Tianhao kneels next to Lai Zhu, calling her name and telling her to wake up, while Su King stands behind him. Lai Zhu slowly regains consciousness, her eyes fluttering open as she begins to respond. Startled, Lai Zhu suddenly screams and scrambles backward, shouting for the monsters not to eat her. Su King explains that all the monsters have been eliminated and assures her that everything is safe now. Lai Zhu's eyes sparkle with hope as she asks if it's really true that everything is safe now. Lin Tianhao nods and confirms that it's true. Overjoyed, Lai Zhu jumps up and hugs Lin Tianhao tightly, shouting that it's great they're all alive. Lai Zhu quickly switches to a serious tone, saying they should urgently discuss what to do next. Su King and Lin Tianhao listen as she acknowledges Su King's timely rescue. Lin Tianhao tells the others that they must have noticed the difficulty level in the Dark Abyss has increased. Su King agrees, stating that not only have the number of monsters increased, but their strength has also grown compared to before. Lai Zhu nervously asks what they should do now, worried about the situation. Lin Tianhao suggests they retreat from the Dark Abyss for now, explaining that the current situation puts them at a disadvantage. Su King agrees with the plan and says they shouldn't take unnecessary risks. Lai Zhu immediately supports her decision. Lin Tianhao opens the system and prepares to confirm the option to exit the instance. He taps the confirmation button, but the system displays a message saying the exit has failed. Both Su King and Lai Zhu react in shock. The system displays that the current instance is locked, and retreat is impossible due to high danger level. Lin Tianhao reads the system screen and is shocked to see that the difficulty level of the Dark Abyss has been elevated. Lai Zhu panics, asking if that means they won't be able to escape anymore. Su King calmly says there's nothing to fear. Even if the difficulty has increased, it's still a beginner-level instance they can still fight. Lin Tianhao confirms her point, explaining that the level cap hasn't changed, only the difficulty has increased. Lai Zhu worries aloud, asking what they'll do if the normal monsters are already this strong. How will they handle the boss? Lin Tianhao suggests they all quickly level up to 10 before worrying about the boss. Their current levels are shown. Lai Zhu at level 6, Su King and Lin Tianhao at level 8. Su King tells Lai Zhu to follow her. Lai Zhu is surprised and asks if they aren't going together. Lin Tianhao explains that splitting into teams avoids experience sharing, helping them level up faster. He jokes that since he's not fighting, following him would be pointless. Lai Zhu waves and says she understands the plan. She suggests regrouping at the same spot once they all reach level 10. Lin Tianhao agrees with a wave. Everyone parts ways, and Lin Tianhao is seen walking alone through an icy landscape. 1 hour has passed. Lin Tianhao now stands in front of several large beasts. Lin Tianhao reaches level 10 and stands confidently Slime beside him. He remarks that leveling up to 10 was tiring, but he finally made it. He explains that although the three of them can only reach level 10, the Dark Abyss doesn't restrict the level of summoned creatures. He looks at the demon slime, noting that his summons require sacrifices to level up. He checks the system interface showing a level 15 demon slime soldier with impressive stats. He wonders if feeding materials can help evolve it. Lin Tianhao thinks aloud that if he can evolve his summons faster, it would reduce the pressure on him in battles. Curious, he checks the golden book in his hand and wonders if it holds any methods. To his surprise, he finds that it actually does. Lin Tianhao and Demon Slime are suddenly surrounded by wolves. They both turn to look at the cliffside as a heavy rumble erupts from above. The ice bursts open violently, sending shards flying in all directions. Lin Tianhao quickly concludes that the zombie boss has awakened. A giant spiked club crashes down from above, and Lai Zhu screams for help as the shockwave bursts across the ice. The massive weapon hurtles toward her and Su King, who quickly rushes in to protect her. Su King calls out Lai Zhu's name as she leaps forward to intercept the attack. Using her skill, Spirit Cat, Shadow Step, Su King grabs Lai Zhu and narrowly dodges the blow just in time. A massive spiked weapon crashes into the ground, sending shockwaves through the ice as Su King shields Lai Zhu beneath it. Su King tries to carry Lai Zhu away, but the enemy launches another swift attack. Su King reacts with urgency. Su King leaps back and prepares to counterattack while holding Lai Zhu. Her eyes widen in shock as she realizes the next strike. The enemy's spiked weapon slams into the ground again, this time displaying a massive damage value of -22301. Lin Tianhao rushes in and urgently shouts for Demon Slime to act. Demon Slime rapidly expands its body, stretching out to intercept the flying Su King and Lai Zhu midair. It successfully catches and cushions them, absorbing the impact and preventing further injury. Lin Tianhao rushes over to the group and urgently asks Su King if she's alright. He helps her sit up while Lai Zhu and Demon Slime rest nearby. Su King lets out a pained sound. Su King reveals that she's lost feeling in her arm. Her bruised and darkened arm shows signs of serious internal damage. Suddenly, a swirling purple energy stirs violently in the distance. Lin Tianhao turns toward the source of the purple energy. A massive foot steps forward through the mist, followed by glowing red eyes peering through the haze. The zombie boss is revealed towering, muscular, and surrounded by swirling energy. Lin Tianhao warns the others that this version of the boss is much stronger than before. The zombie boss's terrifying face shows he is transformed, now far more dangerous than his previous form. Lin Tianhao watches cautiously, remarking that the monster now appears more human than before. The system displays the boss's stats: level 30 Super Zombie Commander, with extremely high health and attack attributes far beyond their level range. Su King warns Lin Tianhao that he won't be able to defeat the boss in its current form and urges him to run immediately. The zombie boss suddenly lunges forward at high speed, surrounded by violent purple energy, aiming straight at them. Lin Tianhao steps forward with determination while the others are forced into combat mode as the intense aura of the boss surrounds them. He acknowledges that while the monster is terrifying, it's still just an entry-level abyss boss if judged by nightmare difficulty. He identifies a possible weakness: if they can strike its red core, there's a slim chance of survival. Meanwhile, inside a nearby ice wall, the zombie boss appears to be summoning reinforcements. Multiple lesser undead begin to emerge behind him. Lin Tianhao commands Shilaying to activate the fusion skill Demon's Edge, triggering a powerful transformation. Shilaying merges into a blade form, launching forward at high speed, slicing through the battlefield with explosive force. The zombie boss counterattacks with a heavy strike, but blood splatters as the fused weapon cuts deep into its body. Lin Tianhao activates his next move, full sub-weapon armor. The red spirit reveals its full stats and enters split mode, multiplying into multiple aggressive forms. The cloned spirits charge at the zombie boss, attacking in unison with synchronized strikes. The zombie boss tries to counter, but the red energy blades spin rapidly around it, cutting into its body from all sides.
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.